when price be paid of flesh and bone, and man of sin has lips of stone, and items past seems e'er unknown, seek comfort lost as grief was sown. When green and red's first seal unbinds, and mortal bounds a mortal bind, and foes outnumber friendly mind, seek power lost to fate unkind. When spirits choose to lend their might, combined in task to hold the night, beware the voice this aid may blight. Seek knowledge lost to screens of light. Well, hello and welcome to the RPG Blender. I thank you for sticking with us through those technical difficulties. Don't know what happened, but OBS decided it just was going to end the stream when I switched scenes. That's fine, though. We're all back, we're here, and we are ready to go. Hopefully you all can see me, and if you can't, oh well. So, tonight we are continuing our Kids on Brooms adventure. Joining me, as we have for the last games, are, let's start with Kate. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Kate. Nope. There you go.
Always
hey,
short.
I was paying
always.
attention to it this time.
That's true. You were. Hi, I'm Kate, aka Noob Mama, as most of you know me, and I'm excited to continue this adventure, this wacky adventure.
And who are you playing?
I'm playing Amelia Gershwin-Prinsky, who's a, goody two-shoes that, I don't know, I'm just along for the ride here. I didn't do anything wrong.
Okay, sure.
Mhm.
Moving down the list, we've got Rich, aka Dr. Mr. Freckles. Say hello, Rich. You are not muted.
Hello, everyone.
Oh. But he does have a mouthful of popcorn. That is as rich as it could possibly get.
Yes!
Go ahead and introduce yourself and your character. Once you're done chewing.
No. This is part of the experience, everybody. It's like we're at the same table. I'm playing Desmond Dilliant, sports star extraordinaire. I'm Rich Brown, aforementioned. That's really it. Let's mess this up.
All right. And the final one is Craig. Craig, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Howdy, everybody. This is Craig, aka Do and Die Gaming, playing Barnabas William Puck, or Barney for my friends. The run-of-the-mill goofster who isn't particularly good at any of the things he does, but boy, oh boy, does he try. Yeah.
Okay, then with that out of the way, it's time to do some more world building.
Now, come on!
This is a game of constant world building. But first, let's determine your spirit. At the end of the last session, you all were gifted with a helpful spirit by Megiddo. I don't know if Megiddo's here, but if he is, thank you, Megiddo.
Yeah.
So, it is time for you to determine a little bit of information about your spirit. And welcome, Megiddo. I'm glad you're here to see this. So, what I'm going to have each of you do is roll some dice. I would like each of you to roll a D100 and D20.
Cool.
So,
D100 and D20.
For the spirit, I am borrowing from the Kids on Bikes version of the system. Kids on Bikes, as opposed to this, is about mundane children, so they have something called a powered character. A powered character is an NPC that is shared by the rest of the players. So each of them will have one personality trait, and when it is in the forefront of the action, that player has control of the NPC and is able to determine what it does, until the next person's personality trait comes up, in which case control shifts to the next person. All right. Who would like to start? It is very cool, Megiddo. I love this. I love so much about this system, really.
Mhm.
It's a good system.
Yeah.
Good system.
So, who would like to go first? And bear in mind, there are follow-up questions that I will ask as a result of this roll, and the order in which you go determines what question you get.
I'll go first.
Okay.
So for my D100, I got 37.
37. Okay.
And
And-
for my
Mhm.
no, do you want the D20? Do I wait? What do you want?
No. Give me your D22. That's fine.
Very well. And my D20, I got a 3.
Okay.
I don't
So
like that. I just saw your eyes pop.
the
saw that.
spirit,
It's a good sign.
the spirit loves animals.
Okay.
And what was your D20 again? Sorry, I forgot.
D20 is a 3.
A 3.
Actually, loves animals is great for us, but
Yeah, right.
Yes. And the relationship to the group is that the spirit believes a member of the group is also being pursued.
I mean, he's right.
Mhm.
Very
That is
correct.
very true. But perhaps that's not what he means by being pursued. Now, your question is, what is the spirit's name?
Oh, I get to name it?
Yeah, you
Oh,
decided to go
no.
first.
Well, isn't that great? Okay. Let's name this spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's name it.
Come on.
Do we know if it's a guy or a girl? Did you specify any of that?
I did
we
not.
get any
I
descriptors?
specified nothing.
Interesting. I'm going to. I'm gonna. No, we're not naming it Bilbo. It's not Bilbo.
I thought it was Bebo. I
Bilbo.
thought that was 2 eyes.
Bebo, however. No, Bebo, no Bebo.
I mean, if you don't name it soon, I'm gonna have to go with Bilbo.
I have a name.
Well,
Ooh.
it's my question, noob mama. I've got dreams.
Well, my name was gonna be Pickles, so you don't want my name anyway.
Pickles. Okay, I see where we're going.
Over the-
Let's name him Luthi.
Okay.
Sorry, what was that? Luthi?
Luthi, yeah. Like you were gonna say Luffy, but with a lisp.
I was gonna go with Lucy. Okay,
Okay.
sure.
Blast hard cheese.
Last heart cheese. All right,
Missed
Captain Al,
opportunity.
welcome. All right, so you're happy with that answer?
Luthi. I want a last name for him.
Oh God, of course you do. Luthi hard cheese.
You know what? I'm okay with that. Luthi hard cheese.
There you go, Captain
Okay.
Al. Yay!
Yeah, Luthi hard cheese.
So, who would like to go next?
I'll go next.
All right, Rich, what did you roll on your D100?
I got a 37.
Roll again.
Wait, you
You
got
got
a
it.
37 too?
Wow.
We're
Oh, I
rolling
thought you got a
D100s.
33.
We got the same number.
It's because you're best buds.
Mm-hmm.
33.
Really? Okay.
I can roll again.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Or what
You,
is that,
oh God,
37?
no! Why
Jesus
does Rich
Christ,
have
what's
to
wrong
have
with
this
these
one?
dice?
Oh no!
No, that's good. That's
Uh-oh.
good. Yeah, I can't take it back.
The spirit lacks an internal monologue.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Does that mean you're gonna talk a lot, George?
No. When he's under his control, he's talking as the spirit.
Oh, so it's us who
Yeah.
control that.
Yes.
Oh, why are you upset about that? That means we get twice as much work.
It means that this just became a year-long campaign to finish this one shot.
Oh, well, yeah, that's
fine.
a
He
good
doesn't
point.
think very
Yeah,
often.
yeah.
Fair.
Okay. And what was your D20?
My D20 was 12.
12. Okay.
I've been playing with it, so I do remember.
The spirit is highly protective of the entire group.
Ooh.
Makes sense.
That's good.
Makes a
Mhm.
lot of sense.
That's
Yes,
good for
it
us.
All right. Now your question is, what did this spirit do in their mortal life?
Like, who were they? Or, like, what did they do?
Interpret the question as you choose.
Okay.
What
You
did
got it.
Luffy Hard Cheese do in their living life? We still don't know if it's a guy or a girl.
Hmm.
Luffy is anywhere. That's anywhere.
Is it even human?
Luffy Hard Cheese
A magical insurance salesman.
was Petrified Pete's familiar.
All right, you are all in on this Petrified Pete thing.
Loves petrified.
Okay. And
It
what was he?
actually initially it was a cow, but
What a lame familiar.
well, that's why it's Hard
Whoa.
Cheese. Luffy Hard Cheese was initially a cow.
Oh, wow, he took
that's
that
also
name
why
and made it
Petrified-
reasonable.
Just a potent side product. Yeah.
Mhm.
Actually, that's one of the reasons. So Luffy knows the history of Petrified Pete and like the kind of simple background that Petrified Pete came from, being originally a cow. But then eventually, Luffy was given just a lot more sentience, intelligence, and the ability to transform into tons of different animals and everything like that. But upon interacting with a lot of the wizard world and everything like that, turned against Petrified Pete in his final moments. It's actually one of the reasons is believed that the ritual failed, because you have such an intense connection to your familiars that when they turn against you, it's kind of like you've gone away from your true north. And in the wizarding world, it's kind of considered a sign.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Okay, so it was originally a cow.
Originally, it was a cow, but now it is anything it wants to be at any time.
Okay, now it is a shapeshifter. Hey, just another guy named Harry. Thank you for the follow. Hope you're going to enjoy this. All right. Then with that in mind, Kate, what did you roll?
I got a 53.
Okay. 53. Well, this fits well with you, I guess. Perfect memory.
Ooh.
Okay.
You, Luffy.
And what is your D20 roll?
I got a 10.
You got a 10. Don't mind me while I count. Okay. That cannot possibly work with the other answers. So, would you rather go up to the closest or down to the closest?
Let's go down.
Down.
Never a bad answer,
Okay.
except for in Labyrinth and all those other movies where it was the wrong answer.
All right.
Uh-oh.
It mimics a member of the group.
Mimics how? I mean, it fits with the other thing.
Oh boy. This has just opened a huge can of worms.
Yeah, mimics how, George?
That's not for
Yes,
me to
mimics how
decide.
Kate. Yeah,
This
that's
is
true.
your interpretation of how you go with these things. So, we know that Luffy Hard Cheese rebelled against her, or his, don't know if that was determined, master.
There.
And do we know how it died? How did Luffy Hard Cheese actually die?
Also, what does it mean by mimic? Kate, what does it mean by mimic?
Do I have to decide that right now?
No.
Or can I?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't
In
have
the
to tell
moment,
you.
when you feel that its desire to mimic a member of the party is in the forefront, that's when you take control of the character.
Great. Then I'm going to keep that in mind. So I am going to say that Walrus, it tried to fly as a pig and it went poorly. I will say because it turned on Petrified Pete.
Mm-hmm.
In sort of a last action, it was a very conflicted action on good old Pete's part. He took down his own familiar with a very illegal spell meant for destroying someone's familiar. He little did Luffy know he had been practicing it in his spare time because he had this like feeling that something wasn't right, you know, with his familiar. And so he's like, oh, I gotta be ready to put you down. Something ain't right here. And sure enough, in his final moments, he was the one who took down his own familiar.
Oof, brutal. So we know that
That's weird stuff.
we know that the sound for the unlocking spell is "What pow?" What is the sound for the killing your own familiar spell?
Oh, it's not a good sound.
Dial up.
Dial up.
All right. Good luck if any of you need to kill your familiar and make that sound.
Oh, right. We have familiars. I forgot.
Yes, you
I
do.
mean, if you're willing to do that to your vocal cords, then you're too far gone. You're
That's
too
true.
far gone.
Yeah.
So, chat, viewers, if you see in the middle of your screen, there is a poem of sorts with some little notes next to it of C1, R1, K1. This spirit will be able to gain abilities and powers throughout play. When a situation comes up that they feel that their line of that poem is hinting toward, they can try to use that moment to unlock one of the spirit's powers. So, for instance, the first one, when price is paid of flesh and bone. When Craig believes that a situation has come up that could apply for that, he can ask. And if it does, it will unlock and the spirit will gain a new power which he is in charge of. However, that is not the only way that it can unlock. You'll notice that there are some channel point rewards down at the bottom to unlock them if you decide to go easy on them and make their powers unlock early. There is also a single larger power, which is a larger community goal. If you would care to give that to them, that is the only way that they will be able to unlock it. Whether you want them to have it or not is completely up to you.
Can they use the power against us?
Well, it refers to the third section, the third stanza of that poem. So, perhaps.
Oh.
So,
Figure that'll sweeten the pot for you sadists. I'm in love with it.
well, Megiddo has already decided that he's given Kate too much power and is going to adjust the difficulty. So, there we go.
What
Problem
is that
solved.
supposed to mean?
Adjusted for her, right? Just
Wow.
For her.
No,
Megiddo.
no, no, no. We're all in this together. Oh, look at
Megiddo's already jumping on that power.
Oh boy.
Oh dear.
Okay. So, there is just one more thing before we dive into this, and that is your daily rumor. It's time for you to establish another rumor going around the school. Who would like to start? Hope the power is bad.
I'll-
Oh, Megiddo.
Wait. Here's a question. Is it 3 rumors again, or can we do that game where everyone says one word and it'll just lead to one collaborative rumor?
What?
All right.
We've never done that.
I am proposing.
Just for no reason at all. It's not like there's an issue with thinking up rumors. We don't have issues thinking up rumors. We could think of a million if we
Okay, I'm
needed
sorry.
to.
Yeah.
All right. If you all agree to it,
Oh,
I would
I
be
love that.
happy to let you go through a 10-word sentence establishing the basis of a rumor. So this will establish the basis of the rumor, and then each one of you will get a chance to fill in details about it. All right?
You started this, Kate.
You did. You should have known I would roll with this.
You brought us here.
All right. Who would like to start?
Kate brought us here.
Okay.
Like, one word. Just gotta think up one
Um.
word.
You have the first word. It's like
Nighttime. That's one word. Right, second.
Crescent moon.
That's 2
that's
words.
2 words.
My bad. Moon.
So it's nighttime moon. Creates.
Light.
Within.
The
Son of a
Cheater.
halls.
Of.
I know exactly what he's going to say.
Don't do it.
lamb spew.
We're at
Oh, just one more.
Mhm.
Lamb spew. Period.
What? That's not work.
Period. That's how that ends. That's not how that ends.
Been the lamb spew period. So okay. As you have established the lamb spew period, Kate, what is the lamb spew period?
George,
Thank you, George.
You did
Thank
this to yourself.
the lamb spew period.
I'm curious, as a fellow lamb spewian, I would like to also know.
Yeah,
what
let me
is-
establish your lore for your house.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
The lamb spew period is that time of night before everyone goes to sleep and they're all like settled down in the common area and they're talking, they're sharing some hot gossip and just like talking about the forbidden spells and secrets.
So what you're saying is that Lamp Spew is actually the like secret trader group, and they just seem like the good guys.
Whoa! I don't think we even seem like the good guys. Everybody actually talks pretty disgustedly about lamb spew.
It's like, it's a hot goss, you're just like,
So the rumor is there's hot goss at night in Lamp Spew.
So just make
Only
sure I
when the
understand
moon-
this.
no,
Right, right.
no. The rumor is that I'm just gonna take over from here, I guess. The rumor is that once per moon cycle,
Mhm.
if the light comes into the lamb spew common area just right from the moon,
Of course.
while people are having their hot goss sessions about scary spooky spells, it's more likely that they can do them.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh no, that is a horrible thing that you've just established in this world.
Oh.
Hopefully it turns
Oh.
out that this rumor is false. Anyway.
I think you guys are gonna want to go to lamb spew more often.
All right. Rich, what's your rumor? I know you were excited to make a rumor.
Yeah, my last one was that two teachers that have the same last name are married, so it's gonna be hard to top that.
It's true. That's where the hot goss comes from.
I know. I like Walrus's idea. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
It's pretty excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I also want to help George as a DM, so it's like, what do you do?
Hey,
All right, so
I
what? I'm
don't
gonna
need
have the
help
chat-
to make horrible things.
I got you, buddy. Chat, I feel like George needs help. Do the same thing that New Mama just did. Just put down one word, and I'm just gonna make a rumor out of the one words you guys put. You guys have. I'm gonna give you like 15 seconds, I guess. So then, however many get in that
We'll
time,
give you
just
until Craig finishes his rumor.
Ooh,
How's that?
that's way good. Yeah.
All right, Craig.
As I farmed out my responsibility to the chat, now you have to actually think. This is good.
Bouncy.
Well, here's the problem is I already have my rumor. I know what my rumor is.
All right, perfect. What is your rumor?
Oh.
My rumor is that the headmaster is potentially in negotiations to transfer the school to a rival school and outright align it into a different academy altogether, relinquishing duty.
Interesting.
Mm.
So, in a magical university that is in two places at once and probably semi-metaphysical, what does relinquishing the school to another school mean exactly?
It means that the rival school would potentially be anchoring it, thereby removing it from its quasi-magical duality, and in doing so, inheriting the magical essences that it has been keeping safe in its sort of dual existence.
Okay. All right, sounds good.
Yeet.
So, Rich,
All right.
you've
So
got...
I'm going to take what they've written and I need to craft that into a rumor. I agree. There are no more words needed. So, one of the little known
Care to
facts-
read it? Read what they wrote?
Sure. They wrote, "Bouncy cake is the antidote."
Perfect.
So, And then someone tried to add another word afterward, but they already had their turn, and we saw that.
It's the antidote poison.
Is the antidote poison? Maybe it's like an either or kind of a thing.
All right.
Either way, so one of the little known things, but since spirits have been coming up to the forefront of people's minds, as we know more lately, since they had the incident years ago and everything like that. But one of the things that people said happened during the incident is actually baked goods were the first things to get possessed. So living baked goods would hop around and attack people and everything like that, because for whatever reason, the spirit world has a much easier time interacting with the yeast and flour and everything inside of baked goods as opposed to with people. So they'll first possess baked goods and fly/bounce around, roll around, run around as baked goods, and then afterward kind of work into people. So actually, if you have a cake nearby and you're about to get possessed by a ghost or spirit of some kind, it's more likely to go after the cake if there is a cake nearby. So baked goods are the answer to prevent possession. Of course, you will have to fight baked goods at that point.
Didn't see that coming.
Okay. So
Well,
wait, are bakers held in extremely high esteem because of this, or are they reviled and like the outcasts of society?
Well, you shouldn't put spirits in baked goods. It's generally considered like just not. It's not good. It's kind of like summoning spirits. Like summoning spirits is already like eh. So really, I would say bakers are neither, because baking is just a normal thing. It just so happens if you're eating a cookie and something tries to possess you, cookie might catch it instead. So I'd say it gives them a little bit more juice. Like if somebody's like, I prevented the queen from being possessed because she was eating one of my lemon tarts. It's a pretty good thing to put on your resume, but it's not something that's going to come up very often.
So I guess I have to ask this then. What happens when that spirit that was trying to possess you accidentally goes into the cookie and then you eat the cookie?
Well, that would damage the cookie, which constitutes as its new body, which would kind of cause the ectoplasmic bonds to kind of puff out and then take time to reconstitute. So in essence, you've defeated it for a time, just the same as if you had defeated the body it was in. Obviously, depending on the strength of the spirit, would depend on whether or not it needs a body, as our spirit apparently probably doesn't.
Okay. Awesome. With
Of course,
that
this is all rumors, so who knows?
Yeah, with that in mind, let's dive into the action, shall we? Okay. So, when last we left off, our students had attempted to break into the office of the teacher of mortal economics. In there, they ransacked her office, left some fruit. Yes, successfully. That's fine. You were successful. Take your triumph.
you won't.
Left fruits in people's desks. However, you then got caught on the way out by the professor herself, as well as Quilliam Jr., the son of the teacher of spirit manifestation, as well as Sir Reginald Kensington, the star of the hit TV show Mingling with Mortals.
Doesn't even know how to talk.
Things became very tense, and an octopus launched off of a wall onto Sir Reginald Kensington's face, unlocking the door, allowing them all to escape. However, the Professor Melinda Cosgrove then transformed into some kind of light demon creature and chased them down the halls. They made their way, however, to the headmaster's quarters, where they attempted to get help, only to find that he was not present, perhaps off doing his deal to sell the school. It was then that they thought to look inside of the boxes that they had found in the office. Inside one, a big fancy clock counting down to something, and in the other, a folded piece of paper which opened to reveal a map. It was at that point that a voice came from over their shoulder, assuring them that they were in for a rough time, but that they had friends that were there to help them out. At which point, Barnabas screamed, "Run!" And that's where we rejoin the action.
I jump on my broom and I try and grab Amelia and start flying away. Come on, we gotta go!
Where are we going now? And I kind of listen because I'm confused. And
Desmond, come on, he's a ghost! And I start flying away.
Okay, I'm gonna make a brains check to see if I notice that this thing was overtly friendly. Is
Okay.
that fair?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I rolled too high of a dice. My apologies.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. Barnabas probably can't lie for a bit longer either. That's true.
Oh yeah.
However, I don't think this is a lie. I think he's legitimately terrified as a
legit.
cowardly little child.
Yeah, we were being chased by like an energy demon, and then this happened, and yeah, it's not a good look.
I intrinsically listen to my good friend Barnabas, and as I had said, that is one of my weaknesses. Is sometimes I do, and I rolled a 1, so I am like, oh, he must know something, and I just take off down the hall.
And I fly us to Lamb Spew quarters.
All of you riding on his one broom?
No, I'm running.
I mean, I grabbed Amelia, so she's probably dragging.
Again.
Are you visible, Amelia?
Oh,
that's
wait,
a
I
good
think I'm
question.
still invisible. Right? Because that was an
Yeah,
hour.
I made that last for a while.
Yep.
Oh my
All right, then
gosh.
I'll say, Amelia, hop on the broom.
Do you hop on the broom,
And
Amelia?
And I'll start doing like the slow like train getaway when they're like,
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
I try to. Yeah.
Okay.
So you heard what the spirit said too.
Yep.
I did. Maybe I'll.
As Rich tries the hardest he possibly can to make
I
it so we
mean,
don't slow
Amelia's
down our
not
campaign
a
anymore.
dummy. All
You're
right.
the opposite of a dummy.
I'll roll my brains.
Desmond and Barnabas
See.
are literally dummies.
Okay.
You can't
we're-
let us have
yeah,
her
Okay,
go for
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
we're big
okay,
dum-dums.
I got a 15. So to like really suss out like so I think reasonably Amelia before jumping onto the like she's about to do it and then just like turns and looks to see the source of the voice.
Okay. The source of the voice is a shimmering field of energy which has not coalesced into any kind of physical form yet.
So at this point I'm probably just like this, probably like left already, and I'm just looking at
I'm moving.
like
I'm moving Austin Powers at like 2 miles an hour. Like, come on! I can only hold it back for so long. I gotta go. He's like, come on!
So then out loud, I will look at this shimmering whatever, and I'll say, "How can we trust you?"
Well, which of you currently believes that they have control of the NPC?
What was Craig's?
Oh,
When price be paid of flesh and bone.
No. Your personality. I believe that one of you had
Yeah,
one that
that's
said you were
right.
very protective of the group.
Oh yeah.
Mine is internal, so
Well, mine was loves animals, I think.
Yours was loves animals.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep, Rich, I believe yours was highly protective of the entire group.
And was also no internal monologue.
Yep. So enjoy that. Also, yes, the box is ticking.
oh, that's right.
The clock thing that is counting down to something.
Pleasantly relieved that one of you is mildly intelligent and capable of listening. I'm here to help you because I said I was here to help you. If I wasn't, I would have snuck up, and I'm going to say it does like a wispy thing and kind of like goes like around Amelia, kind of like a little like snaky whirlwind before stopping above her. I could have just snuck up. I would have struck. That would have been the intelligent thing to do, but I didn't do that. I'm here, talking, protecting.
Well, thank you.
While they're yelling loudly, stupidly. Poor
Watch
children.
out! It's deceiving you. It's gonna eat you. Hop on the broom. Hop on the broom.
I put like a hand on the broom to like pull a little, like to try and like pull you towards.
That's it. Her weight's on. Go, man. Go.
No.
Ugh. Okay. So what do you... So I think at this point I need opposed rolls. Brawn
my
versus
gosh.
flight.
Well, if he's
let's
gonna
listen while
go,
she's saying
I'm
wait.
just
No,
gonna
no.
let go.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we should hear it out as I'm like trying to get Barnabas to.
All right. I'm going to roll a grit to stop the fear tizzy that my friend has sent me into. All right. We got a 10. I've decided I'm done fear tizzy. We're good.
Okay. So,
That's good.
what do you do?
Oh, all right, but I'm staying on my broom. He's like, hover it back around, and I just kind of sit there behind them, sitting on my broom, watching the manifested ghost energy thing.
And also in that moment, you hear the spirit go, I'm staying on my broom.
Oh, you
That's what
making
you
fun
sound
of
like.
me?
That's you. That's how I hear you.
How do you hear? You don't even have ears.
I just say, how are you going to help us?
Is it still?
George, are we just role playing the discovery of the ghost and its alliance with us?
Yes.
Is this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, this is what you chose to do. You could have not run away from it. That's fine.
I just. Okay. Okay. Okay.
You're free to
okay.
ask me for information that it might have if you are not aware. But otherwise, yes, this is a shared NPC. You are all in control of it from start to finish. I have no hand in it other than having created these abilities that it will maybe be able to unlock.
What was Kate's question?
And maybe other stuff later, but that's okay.
just how can you, how are you going to help us?
In many ways, you seem very inexperienced. You ran very strange. Ran controlled, fast, slow. Yeah, you need lots of help. I'll help.
Okay.
But I'll help lots. I want to help you.
Okay. What's in it for you?
Greed, a human emotion. Suspicion of creatures far more loyal than yourselves. Strange, though not strange. Not all creatures have holes bored into their heart, unending, never filled. Some are satisfied, happy, always. Want to be others happy and satisfied. Only to your kind is this strange.
I didn't understand anything you said, so I'm going to take it as disrespect. So you better watch yourself. Else I'll find a nice little pastry for you.
What I think Barnabas is trying to say is thank you. And also, we don't quite understand what you can do. So maybe we're just a little cautious, but thank you. And thank you for being here.
Caution is good. Caution is an improvement to previous encounters that I've foreseen.
All right,
This is
well,
fascinating.
yeah, sure. Okay. Well, what's your name?
I don't think Richie remembers.
No, I remember it. My name given to me a long time ago. Don't want to give it away. Don't want to say it. Would rather be given a new name for the moment. This would be preferable, though I will give you my name if pressed. But again, would rather not.
I'm going to call you Fart Cloud.
No, we're not. How about Sparkles? Because you're so sparkly.
You may call me Fart Cloud when I look like this. And it turns into a perfect replica of Barnabas.
No, that's a Barnabas.
I'm going to call you Fart Cloud.
I have a mighty urge to go to the kitchen right now. All right, but all right. Then let's stay on task because we do have like a evil demon teacher who's coming after us. Do you know? Do you think it might even know maybe what the teacher was? Because it's clearly not the teacher anymore, right?
Oh, that's true.
Frightening.
Well, yeah, we got that part. We definitely got that part. Do you know what it was? Do you know, well, how we can make sure it doesn't, eat us or whatever it
George,
does?
do you have an idea of what you want this thing to do, or I'm just gonna riff and you? I mean, I'm gonna go ham, man. You wanna-
I mean, you, as I said, you're in control of this. The only thing that it is here to do, it is here to protect you. You can make rolls on its behalf, but I know its stats.
Gotcha.
So if you would like to think and see if you know, then you would make a brains roll for it.
Yeah, that.
Its brain roll is an 8.
What a good cow. 5. Far superior to Barnabas or I.
All right, with a 5, you said?
Yes.
With a 5, you witnessed what looked like disturbances from the other side, that are reminiscent of when a spirit would possess a body and begin to unleash its power from within it.
Mm. It was a creature, and it'll stop being Barnabas and turn into more of like a shadowy figure, looking like the thing that chases us in the hallway, like a silhouette of it. A fear, anger, consuming the one that it lives with. A host, no longer quite the same, though not completely different. Perhaps irrevocably changed? Maybe not. Best not to think about it for now. Don't want to frighten the children. No. Intense anger, hatred, maybe a hunger? Yes, it could have been hunger. Hunger and intense hatred are hard to distinguish.
I think we should go to the library.
Just looking around the hallways, are we alone? Are there students who are just looking at us like we're insane people?
You are alone. However, you know that the bell is about to ring to dismiss this class period.
Sure. We should probably go anywhere else than just out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. Nobody goes to the library anyway. Yeah, we'll be safe there.
Can I do another brains roll on the ticking box?
Sure.
Okay, that's 15.
15.
Nice.
Okay. You start examining it in more detail. And as you do, it appears almost... So, obviously there are the bits that are counting the days, the hours, minutes, all of that stuff. That part is normal. That was easy enough for you to determine. However, what you can see now is that there is this web going across it on which there are little discs which are slowly converging on the center of the clock. They seem to represent not times or anything like that, dates, but rather places. Some kind of event, an overlap that they are ticking toward.
Is there a way to determine like when something might happen per this box?
Yes. Based on your brains roll and the time that
Yeah.
you have spent watching it while you're here, watching
Yeah.
the rate at which it's ticking down, you can see that there's approximately 48 hours.
Ooh, I was hoping for like a couple of months or something.
No.
So hey, by the way, this ticking box, and I'm like looking at it in my hand and everything, I'm like, we have approximately 48 hours until something happens. I don't know what.
Desmond looks confused and he feels like, I would have thought it would have eaten us a lot sooner than that, but I guess if we have 2 days, that's pretty good.
Is 2 days pretty good, Desmond? I feel like 2 days really isn't a lot of time. What is supposed to happen in 2 days? Also, are we okay? I'm gonna miss so many classes. Oh, I want to puke.
Oh yeah, isn't there a class about spirit summoning? Wouldn't there be spirit stuff in that class?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but should we really? I don't know who to trust at this point with the teachers and with.
I don't know if there's anybody we can trust.
That seems like too big of a deal to just do it ourselves, though, right? I mean,
I mean, we tried to go to headmaster, but he's not here.
it's true.
Who else? Who else would we go to?
I don't know. Other students? We could go to the team.
I
Fight
mean,
the big monster.
that's not a bad idea. They've always got our back.
Yeah, they have to. That's what makes them a team.
I mean, I know Lambspew is full of some of the best people in the school. You know, we could go there and rally all of them. What do you guys think? Don't look so excited. Why do you guys always have that look on your face when I always mention Lambspew?
No, on Lamp Spew is great.
Yeah, it is pretty great.
Well, I suppose if there was a place where you didn't know what you wanted and you didn't know what you were going to get, it's not bad.
Yeah, no. So this is a nice idea. Why don't we maybe we could all sort of convince our circles to help.
So you want to split up with? You're not suggesting that, yeah?
Oh, you want to split the party?
No.
I think that's a good idea, actually.
no,
we could
no,
cover
no.
more ground. I'm sure
Mm-mm.
logistically
No, let's go one
it's a
by
lot
one.
easier.
Let's go. Let's go to your team. Let's start with you. Want to start with your team?
I could practically hear the viewers getting ready to tap on that "make it worse" as soon as you split the party.
Or they'll make it better because they can see you just fraying, George. And the fact is, we're now
Yeah.
going to meet 3 different large groups that you're going to have to be.
Hey, it's fine. I just have to kill 2 of you, and then we're back down to 1.
I
Anyway,
was gonna say, it doesn't seem like that would happen. Feels like you could really shorten the episode down.
anyway,
Oh, no.
Have we established? Is there like someone directly below the headmaster?
we have not. So, Amelia, who is directly 1 step below the headmaster?
Oh my God, George!
Nice,
did it.
nice.
It's happened every time.
I don't know why I do this. Directly below the headmaster, of course, everyone knows this, is the illustrious
Neckmaster.
Professor Janice.
Joplin.
No. Janice.
Oh. Oh, well. Good job, Naveen. That is a great one.
It's the demon teacher. Who's the demon teacher? Oh, what?
It's a teacher that they left
Professor-
possessed because
Wait,
she has
no,
such
she-
an intense knowledge of the underworld. /
Is
that
that
Cosgrove?
Yes, Melinda
Naveen
Cosgrove. She
just
is the next in
had,
line.
You know, Naveen pretends.
Oh, do you
she's
meant
all
the demon
sweet and
teacher, not the
innocent.
spirit teacher?
Yeah.
I get it.
Janice'
Janice.
last name.
Oh, do you actually mean a different teacher, or did you mean the one that is possessed by the demon?
No,
Naveen.
Naveen
I
definitely
think
meant
we know what she
Naveen
meant.
definitely meant the one that was possessed. No, I get it.
Okay. Great. Then that is who
Ooh.
is just below the headmaster.
Cool.
that's who's in
So
charge of the
never
school
mind.
Right now. Right now.
Good
Great
point,
job.
Megiddo.
A+ questioning.
Yeah, thanks for the victim blaming, Megiddo. Oh, goofy.
Oh, I agree, Megiddo. I agree. Naveen is just
Okay.
here doing Naveen things. They can't
You
be mad
know-
at Naveen. Can't you're gonna be mad at a cloud or the sun? No.
That's
All
content.
right. So then you know what? The librarian, the head librarian, Janice Jupelstaff.
Dang, so close.
I know. Is on the there's a sort of a committee of head teachers or something.
She's head of the teachers union.
No.
I feel like that's a great answer right there.
But she's respected as a head librarian should be.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably spend a lot of my time at the library, so I'm gonna you know what? Amelia says out loud, I really think we should go to the library.
I mean, it's probably at least going to be quiet. We'll get some personal space. Nobody goes to the library. I think it's a good idea.
What? Nobody goes.
Nobody. Nobody
Yeah,
who's
no,
anybody.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
I mean, except for you, Amelia. You go, and that's nice for you, which is great.
I start storming off towards the library.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Or actually, I just said that she's still invisible, right? We don't even know if she.
We hear her
left. We're
stomping though.
Yeah, I
yeah,
very
yeah.
audibly stomp to the library.
Would you like to continue with this invisible thing, or should we?
No, I
Moving
drop
on
the
that. Okay.
invisibility.
Well, you can't drop it. It ends.
Oh boy, well, thank you, Goofy Goober, for that
Yay.
sub.
Oh, yay!
Thank you. Your power. Oh boy. Okay, so you're heading to the library. What are you doing in the library?
Okay.
Like crying for about a half an hour.
Yeah, we're
I'm
having a
comforting
good-
Barnabas largely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, bud. it's
Also,
all right.
I'm
And meanwhile, the
I keep-
spirit is like, like in the corner at Barnabas.
my dick spirit. I keep trying to say lies as we go as well.
Okay.
Kind of
About
weird.
halfway to the library, you're able to lie again.
And I really like this spirit. Awesome. And we keep going.
Hurtful.
Bob Ross?
Bob
Good
Ross.
choice, Goofy. He picks the best people to gift subscriptions to.
Apparently. Wow.
Dope,
Good
dope,
choice.
dope,
Okay. So,
At the library, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm not going to talk to the librarian yet. I just want to find some books on this nonsense with the spirit possession, and I want to, like, as much as we can, get a deeper understanding of what's happening, so maybe we can better, like, combat it.
Okay.
Or something,
Hmm.
Bernie
Bernie
Sanders.
wow. Interesting people here tonight.
I'm not surprised Bernie Sanders is one of your followers.
You're
RPG
the best, Goofy.
Yes, thank you.
So I'll roll a brains, yeah. Or no. I don't know. Yeah,
Yes, roll a brains.
Oh my god, this is the third 14 that I could have just
That
tried
was
to
a
tell you
15,
numbers, so
but
that
yeah.
was no, that's a 14. Look.
No, I was saying before you got 15.
Yes, but it's the third 14 I've rolled.
Wow.
We
Okay.
can keep track.
So,
What?
you have been in the library enough times to know that the topic of spirit manifestation, while there is a class on it here, is a very dangerous topic. As such, the books are heavily restricted. And if you were to go and actually start looking at them, your interactions would be logged, undoubtedly.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go up to Barnabas and Desmond. I'm gonna say, look, it pains me to say this, but we need to go to the librarian and lie to her.
Why?
What do you mean? Why?
I thought she was friends with the librarian. I thought that's why we came here, because you guys were
friends
chummy.
with the librarian, but I mean,
Why do we need to lie to her?
maybe we should.
Desmond, sometimes you don't have to look a gift horse in the mouth. You could just take what's given.
But what are we doing? That's what I mean. I mean, I'm fine doing it. I
We
want to know what she
Should
considers.
try to
Oh, that's
get
a good point.
access to those books without
books?
leaving a trail.
Those books.
The books on spirits and stuff.
Oh, so what? What are you worried about? I'm just
I don't-
talking in this normal tone, by the way. I'm not whispering in this library. I'm not used to this place.
Yeah, I go like this. I'm like, I don't want it to get back to anybody that we're
I-
doing this.
I crouch down.
No.
Okay,
Desmond.
so
Okay, how about this? We're gonna be honest with her. Do you want to be honest with her about what's happening so that we have some help? But listen, I need you two to really be the you're more charming and in people's faces.
Yeah, and
you go on.
That's
about
it. That's the whole thing. You have to
Oh.
be the face. I'll get us started
So
because
why don't you want us? Are they not going to let us to take the books, or they'll know we took the books?
because they'll know
are we
took
still
the
lying
books.
to her?
No, if you think that you can be convincing.
What if I just
and-
take all the books in the forbidden area?
No.
Then they won't know which ones we were actually after.
Oh, we probably need a big bag for all those books.
Like, if I take 20 books,
Okay.
will they know which book we wanted for real? Won't it, like, throw them off?
What if we just mix them all up?
Oh.
How do the books get logged? Like, is it really simple? Like, it's just
You pick
written
it up and
down?
it says this person picked it up.
Okay. All right. You have. All right. Let's think. What is the magical version of a library card? Clearly, it is signed to your wand, and when you actually go to take out a book from the shelf, you tap it to the book, and it registers at that moment that you are
how cool.
checking out the book. It's then saved to your wand, so when you go to return it, you just tap that to a certain spot, and it's your little QR code device.
That's
So we
fun.
just need to steal someone else's wand. This is way
My
easier.
God. You say that out loud?
Yeah. So if we can just take the librarian's wand,
No, no,
while
no,
we
no,
keep
no,
distracted,
no, 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 no,
and we
no.
have her wand check it out,
No.
but we take the book.
Why? Why do we don't have to steal anything?
Well, we're not stealing. We're just.
We're saving
You
the
just
school.
said stealing.
It's only stealing if you keep it, right?
No, that's not
Yeah.
the definition of stealing.
Well, we can't tell because we can't log out that book unless we take that wand.
Amelia, you gotta lower your voice. We're in a library.
So we found the one room that you will spend this entire night in tonight.
All right, look. This is your castle, your place of residence. How do
If
you
want
want
to
to do
convince
this?
the librarian, we'll convince the librarian. If you want to steal a wand, we think that's a much better idea, but we'll also not do it.
What do you think's the right move?
I'm gonna start talking to her, and you two do what you think is best.
That is definitely the right move.
That's all I'm saying. And I start walking up to the library and like, I don't want anything more to do with this. I don't want to know what they're gonna do.
Okay. You make your way up to the librarian. She is standing there behind the desk. She is nicely cataloging books. She's cleaning them, which is not a very manual process because obviously they have magic.
Of course. Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
Cool. So she's using her wand.
No, she
Probably.
has
No?
a little
Oh.
device there that is doing it for
Perfect.
it.
Okay. Yeah, I go up and I just say, "Oh, how are you doing?"
Oh, Amelia, it's so good to see you. Have you come for another long library session?
Always. There's just so much to study, so many new classes and things to keep up on. And I mean, I'm just going to like run my mouth here. And,
I'm just shocked you haven't read all the books here by now.
oh, I'll get there. Don't worry. That's the plan.
That'll be two of us.
Yeah. I meant to ask you, I mean, and I'm hoping that the two of them are starting to act as I'm talking.
Yeah, we're doing stuff. Don't
Okay,
don't
great.
worry. Things will happen.
I'm going to basically, so I can, have that side conversation so you can talk to them. Like, I'm going to be like, oh, I was thinking maybe I could help around the library. What might you need help with? And like, could that be an option?
Okay, so you are attempting to be the distraction.
I sure am.
Give me your charm roll.
Oh, I'm so good at that. That's 4.
Okay. Meanwhile, Desmond and Barnabas, what do you do?
We're whispering. We're like conspiring together. We're like,
Yeah,
uh-huh.
we're doing the classic, like, you see them with their backs to the camera and they're going like, and
So, I'm gonna
yeah.
take a piece of chair. Like
Mhm.
there's like like the loose pieces between chairs, like that can like unscrew and get loose, like on old library or old like school chairs and stuff.
like
like
when you
four
lean on a
legs.
chair and it gets all wobbly and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the
So I'm
connector
just gonna
starts
take
to
one of
get-
those and I hand that to Barnabas.
Okay.
and I'm gonna
Are you gonna club this poor librarian with the
with
chair
a little
leg?
piece of chair.
I
with
don't
a little
know.
piece of chair. I'm
It's
gonna I'm
like
gonna
Indiana
brain her.
Jones, yeah?
Kate's got the right of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that piece and I'm gonna do a similar format that I did
Baby.
in changing, like glamoring Mr. Pebbles to look like a homunculus, to glamour this piece of chair to look like her wand.
Ah. Okay. give me your magic charm roll. This difficulty, you've done this kind of glamour before, correct?
I sure have.
Would you consider yourself a master?
No, I think he's rarely a master of anything. I don't know if I'll discover what he's a master of, but I don't think
Okay.
Barney's too good at this.
All right.
I mean, he's average. He's pretty average.
So, you are not mastered this effect.
Mm-mm.
This is not natural. This is going to be reality bending because it's, it's still wood and wood, so it's not
Mhm.
the worst thing.
Mhm.
So that's a +5. The area of effect, it's a book or smaller, so it's tiny, so that's 6. How long would you like this to last?
I'd say because we have to find the book, utilize the wand, and then replace the wand.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say probably like a half hour.
To get the wand, utilize the book, and then have all your side conversations, and then return the wand.
Yeah, but we're pretty quick when it comes to
Gotcha.
having conversations.
Timer is coming.
Uh-oh.
All right, so that is minutes long. So that's only a +1.
Okay.
And you've cast it before, so that's +1. So that is a difficulty of 8.
Okay.
You got it.
Yeah. yeah.
We'll see. Hey, I rolled an 8 for a 10.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I got a 7.
Wait, what? Oh.
Wow, Walrus.
Walrus. Good timing.
Well played.
Okay, so
bee sting.
you fail by 1.
But you get 2 adversity tokens. so
You do
that's-
get 2 adversity tokens. The spell simply
Oh.
fails. You get your wand, you're making the little magical whatevers. The board itself begins to shape, and you're almost convinced that it is becoming the wand. Until eventually it glitches, cracks out, and then becomes just this normal piece of wood again.
I just look at you and I go, it's good enough.
Good enough?
I
hand that wand to Desmond.
Yep, and then I tap my nose and point at the anatomy section, and then I back away, just kind of past.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Everybody.
And
You make your way over to her, yes? Like to find where her wand is, yeah? Is that what
Yeah,
you're
I'm
doing?
looking at her. Is it on her person?
No, it is not on her person at the moment.
Uh-oh. Now I'm looking around.
Give me a brains roll.
Uh-oh.
Oh gosh.
Barney,
Oh,
however,
boy.
goes over to the anatomy section. Uh-oh.
The anatomy section?
Yes, the anatomy section, like science.
Yeah.
books
I'm
and
just
things
curious
like,
where this is going, but okay. How did you roll there, Rich?
I got a stunning 3.
A stunning 3. Okay. You look around, and you're not seeing her wand. Is it possible she forgot it? She is pretty forgetful.
Doesn't seem likely. I'm just gonna go behind her desk and start scrounging. I just go where I'm not supposed to go and just start
Okay.
Oh,
I will need
boy.
a flight roll from you. Meanwhile, Barnabas, what are you doing?
I go to find a random book that's got graphic pictures of the form of anatomy, and will then very loudly begin going, "Oh, all these are dirty books! Dirty books! Oh no!" and just start throwing books. This one's gross too. Oh gosh, who even leaves these in a library? This is a magic school. What is happening? And just start ruining things. Mr. Pebbles, take all the dirty pictures out of these books. No one needs to see them. And he opens his robe, and the monkey jumps out and just starts
I give
Rude.
2 just very stern, as if mission accomplished, from behind the librarian, at her desk, yeah.
Oh gosh, her.
I do
Oh
not.
gosh, this is terrible.
I do
What a
not
pair.
condone the destruction of library books, but okay. So,
My pig-is-eat pride can't handle these pictures.
so clearly you're going to get her attention with that maneuver. There's no two ways about it. There's no roll that could possibly fail that. However, we're gonna see how guilty you look about this because
That's what the charm is.
I don't think anybody's gonna be able to defend you tearing up library books as minor mischief.
Oh, I mean, I'm doing
How can this be?
my due duty of a pig-is-eat student to make sure that our libraries aren't besmirched with smut.
Give me your charm roll. All right, Rich, how was your flight
I
roll?
better roll this before
I got a
somebody
14.
ruins my roll.
Yes, you better. But you gotta wait until Rich gives me his roll.
14.
Okay.
14. Okay. You manage to sneak behind just fine. And then you see a commotion, and then you give the thumbs up. And then, Amelia, you hear the commotion going on behind. You see Janice. What was her name?
Oh, I don't even remember. It was such a stupid name.
Mrs.
Okay.
J.
Jocelyn.
J.
You see Librarian Jay react with panic, then appall as she dashes behind the desk, shouting, "No, no, no, what are you doing? Get away from those books! Get that terrible little monkey out of here!"
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I found some dirty books. I don't know who got them in here, but we gotta get these pictures out of here.
All right, now what's your charm roll?
I rolled a 12.
Very good.
All right, you rolled a 12 against her 3, so you are successful.
Ooh,
All right.
nice.
You gotta help me, miss. You gotta. These books are too bad for pig-is-eat. It's
Look.
no good.
It's okay. It's okay. This is just for teaching about anatomy. And then she begins to try to calm you down and then lead you away to give you a lesson on books and
Now look at it. I shove it in her
This
face.
is a
Look at
book.
this smut. And I just start. It's
What an
disgusting. And
approach.
just keep going and just.
I don't know what a kid knee is, but it looks disgusting.
Okay. Amelia, what are you doing? As you see this
Um,
destruction of books and oh god.
So here's what I'm gonna do. Oh, it pains
I make
me.
eye contact with Amelia, and I'm like,
Yeah, good luck to deciphering that one.
I don't know what that means. So what I'm gonna do. Oh, where's the wand? But what I will do is I am going to
Mhm.
put myself like in a position where I might be blocking Desmond from her view from where she is now. But I'm going to make it look like I'm just trying to get a better view of what's happening, if that makes sense.
Okay. Okay. So you
Yeah.
are attempting to block her. Okay, that's fine. You're
Yeah.
assisting his hiding.
Yeah.
Okay. Desmond, you are pretty well hidden. So, let's give you another brains roll to try to find that wand.
I look at the ghost, and I'm like, I could use some help looking for this.
Okay. Does anybody who believes who believes yes.
So these things that we can use,
Mhm.
this is at any time.
Which
The
things?
lines.
The lines. If you believe it applies, you can try.
Because
Can
my
you use
one.
level 2 before level 1?
Yes, you can use level 2 before level 1.
Well, but I have the one that's an items past. Oh wait, no. No, maybe not. Items past.
Who would like to give a dramatic reading of this poem?
Sure. We have it too. When price be paid of flesh and bone, and man of sin has lips of stone, and items past seems ere unknown, seek comfort lost as grief was sown. When green and red's first seal unbind, and mortal bounds a mortal bind, and foes outnumber friendly mind, seek power lost to fate unkind. When spirits choose to lend their might, combined in task to hold the night, beware the voice this hand may blight. Seek knowledge lost to screens of light.
That's beautiful.
Really good. Very well.
Beautiful,
But
yeah.
also, I take it back. I'm not.
Just good writing.
It doesn't.
Only one word wrong in there, but that's fine.
Damn it, George!
Anyway. Green Lantern's light.
Right,
I was getting that vibe too,
Yeah.
Danny. I was totally getting that vibe. Too.
I wish I knew that. I wish I was a DC fan to have caught that before I wrote it. Anyway. Okay.
Oops.
So, what do you do?
All right, forget it.
Desmond, let's get that brains roll then.
What does wand look like?
Okay, that's a 4.
Okay.
Oop, that's an explosion.
Which makes it a 7. Nearly
Oh, yeah.
doubling our previous.
Cool.
Nice. Okay. You begin rifling through her desk. I imagine you make raccoon paws because that's just what
You're
you
right.
do.
Actually, I was absolutely about to say that. I'm touching everything with my raccoon
Always.
hands.
Of course, of course. And then as you do, you find in one of the drawers, discarded in there carelessly, her wand.
Perfect. I hold it up above my head, and then I turn completely into a raccoon, and I'm just cradling it and just walking.
Oh my god. Why?
Because I'm less visible.
Okay, give me a flight magic roll.
You got it.
This is something that you have done many times before. This is your master spell, I would say, right?
It is indeed.
And how long will it last?
It's under an hour, so it's the normal polymorph ability. Which
Okay.
we've established is just under an hour to be able to be like zoop, 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 zoop.
Yep. So small, person size are smaller, so you're at 4. And polymorph is pretty much always reality breaking because people don't turn into animals,
Yeah.
right?
No.
Okay, so we're looking for an 11
Uh,
with your 1d20 plus
yeah, you got
1d4.
it. And I got an 11 with the pluses from this being a mastery, or like my polymorph mastery.
right.
So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
a 13.
Okay, cool. So you transfer him into a raccoon unnecessarily and
Absolutely unnecessarily, yes.
and toddle out of the
Mhm.
desk.
Yeah.
Do you swap anything in with it? No, because Desmond had the wood, right?
No, he gave me that.
Ah, he did. Okay.
Oh, that's true.
So,
yeah.
I'm gonna roll a brains roll to see if I remembered.
Of course you are.
Nope. All right, I have both. I'm like, I got all the wood.
Awesome.
This idiot.
Awesome.
All right.
But I do close the drawer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's what I was worried about.
In which case, once he turns into a raccoon,
Mhm.
our spirit friend, who has been inconspicuously a translucent essence to make itself not noticeable to the librarian or alarming anybody as we're traveling about, will condense itself to a smaller form and turn into a similar sized, like moderately glowing raccoon-esque silhouette, and sort of grab or put a hand on Desmond's raccoon form and say, good job. Now you just simply need to find the book. We have to find the book. Come on. No need to dilly-dally. And kind of start guiding the little raccoon as a little ghost raccoon, holding hands with it because our ghost loves animals.
Aw.
Right. Forgot about that. Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, anybody else notice that for a little bit I had a little Harry Potter scar? Yeah, Naveen noticed.
Nice.
But anyway, yes.
Yeah. All right. So, you do so. You make your way out back to where are you guys meeting up?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm only keeping the librarian at bay as long as I can until it seems that I've played my hand too far.
Okay.
Just to make sure that there's as much time as possible for them.
Okay. Then give me your charm roll to escape from the situation or are you trying to just sneak away from the middle of this lecture about anatomy and respect for books?
No, I think Barney's style is if he can, sort of snake oil salesman his way out of it, he will. Otherwise, he's used to taking the loss, and he'll be like, "I guess I have detention again." But if I have detention with the librarian, it's probably better than detention with like Melinda or
Demon teacher.
Yeah.
or Kensington or anybody else. So yeah, here we go. That's a 17 for a 19.
Oh, Lord.
Ooh.
Okay, let's see if she can beat you with her d6.
I'm just a little rascal,
She
you know.
rolled
I
a
just...
1.
Yes. Yes.
Much rascal.
Okay, much rascal. So you manage. How do you extricate yourself from that? Please give me your.
Yeah.
Oh, these are for education. I thought they were for nefarious needs. It makes a lot more sense when you put it that way,
Oh, no.
Ms. Librarian. Maybe I could help with putting them back in, and I'll attempt to cast a spell to connect a page back into a book, not acknowledging which pages are supposed to go where, and probably messing it up in the process, but trying just so hard to help.
Okay. So yep, that's gonna be a brains roll. A brains roll that you don't care if you
Exactly.
pass or fail.
It'll be cool if it works, but otherwise, actually, it'll be worse if it works. But she'll be like, it's even worse because I tried, and I'm like, I'm helping.
Yep.
And she's like, you're the worst. This is like the worst experience I could have ever had in my life.
Okay, so this is something that could happen. You could repair a book. It is the size of a book, so that's 2. It is permanent, so that's a plus 6. So we're at 8.
Woo!
Okay, yeah, I got this one.
And have you ever repaired a book before?
No.
Have you ever seen anyone repair a book?
Probably
Well-
yes, with Amelia, because I've probably done bad things with
Seems like
books
she breaks her
before,
glasses a
and
lot.
or my notebooks, and or anything.
Okay,
And she's
you're
probably
looking.
been like, stop doing
Yeah.
that.
You're looking for an 11 then.
Got a 3.
Okay.
Wait.
Hmm.
Can I do something with the spirit right now, or is it like busy with
The
Desmond?
the spirit is busy, but if you feel that it applies, you could call it away.
I think because it loves mimicking Barnabas so much, it is going to try to mimic his spell.
Oh.
Um,
Oh.
how?
Oh.
Uh-oh!
No! Walrus! Yes.
I mean, I love it. I think it's
Okay.
great.
So what is the sound of your book repair spell?
Obviously, it's a brika 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 brew.
Okay, so you go brika 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 brew, but instead you had a little on the end of it, and and what should have been a spell to repair this book instead begins to unrepair it far swifter as the fire begins to spread from the area. Likewise, the spirit who just attempted to mimic the spell. Go ahead, Amelia, and give me its brains roll, which was a D8.
Okay.
So you just have to get it, or it's going to make the fire better.
The spirit got a 3.
The exact same roll that
Mimics
he
it
got perfectly. And a fire now begins over by where the raccoon is.
No. I believe this is part of a plan, and I'm like, perfect distraction. And just keep on.
Okay. Everyone can give me their flight rolls, I imagine, as they are now trying to flee the burning library.
I got books to get.
I sure hope my librarian mother is not watching this.
Oh.
If the second one failed, a failed spell does it succeed? No, I'm going to say that since he rolled the exact same number, it's the exact same result.
I love that line of thinking though.
Yes.
Double negative. Yeah.
Mhm.
I got a 6 for my flight.
You what? You got a 6?
For my flight.
Okay.
Yes.
Desmond. Desmond.
I'm thinking.
You-
I'm not running. I'm not running from the fire. I'm getting books. You tell me what I gotta roll to be
Oh,
like,
oh no! Okay, you're just gathering books. Okay, give me your brains roll. Why are you the
All
one
right.
doing all the brains stuff?
I have an idea though.
Okay.
I'm like, it'd probably be better if these books just went away, because then they'd be safe, right? So I'll give them all wings so they can fly away.
That's a lot of books.
Flawless logic.
No, only one shelf worth. Only the forbidden shelf. All the forbidden books will get wings.
Forbidden is not a shelf; it's a
Yeah,
section of
it's
the library.
Probably, yeah.
How big is the section? How hard would this spell be?
It's probably so hard. It's
How
a big
hard?
library, I'm sure.
You know what? I'm pretty sure his brain score is going to be able to handle
A
this. I think.
classroom is
Yeah.
the largest size. Classroom or bigger is massive. So
So once you do that, I might as well just make all the books in the school fly.
yeah.
Hey, if I
I'll
can
say
unlock
that-
a wing, I think
Yeah.
we could make all the books of the school fly.
Mm-hmm.
um.
Okay.
Okay. So I want to use a flight roll because I want all of these to fly quickly away from the library.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense to me.
Okay.
That is a flight
so-
roll. Hang on though. The full calculation is we've got massive 7. This is reality bending unless you're actually giving them wings.
So basically, I want them to just fly as books, like as if like the little, the covers were the wings.
Yeah,
Okay.
the books.
Remember what you killed us with? What you were
Yeah.
just brutalizing
You
us
remember.
with?
You remember that time, George? You remember that time? That you...
Bends the rules of reality. Okay, we're at a 12 so far. So
Using
how
a thing
long
that
would
George made -1? So that's
how
good.
would you like it to last? How long would you like it to last?
I only want it to last until they get to the designated area. So I want all the forbidden books to go to Pig Spew, period, to the Pig Spew hot goss
Yes.
area.
Yes, we're
Lamb
finally
spew.
getting there.
Lamb spew.
Or
Okay,
lamb
so
spew, sorry.
you're gonna have to give it an hour in order to make sure that they're gonna be able to get there because you don't know how fast books are going to
That's
fly.
true. What's the unlated speed of a hardcover book versus a softcover book? It's rough.
Is it a War and Peace tome? Is it like a pamphlet? What are we talking here? What's
And
the...
have you ever done this?
I have
before?
never made books fly. Just so we're sure.
Have
I've
you
definitely
ever-
never.
seen anybody make books fly, or read about anybody.
Chat is this like a Beauty and the Beast world? Like, is everything animated, or is the armoire ready to club you in the face if you go into the wrong room? Like, what's?
So we could argue that this is polymorph adjacent, right?
It's definitely polymorph adjacent, but it's not people. It's something else.
True.
And for me, it's all about. It's more like biomancy. I'm
Yes.
good at controlling magic.
Polymorph is specifically people.
Okay.
Yeah. So
This
what do you guys
is-
think?
Yeah.
Have I seen? Do I watch people animate stuff? Okay. So there we go. I've seen people do it.
Okay,
Megiddo.
sure. You've seen people.
You've seen a bird and you've seen a book.
Flawless
Sure.
logic.
So we've got a 3 from that, a 2 from an hour. We've got classroom or bigger, so that's at a 12 so far. And this
Cool.
is reality bending, which brings it to a 17. And I'll give you the -1 because you copied something that I did in the podcast.
Yes!
Check out RPG
No.
Blender, the podcast.
Oh.
Man,
Sorry.
Walrus is just
Walrus
killing
is
us
just
tonight.
giving it to us.
Walrus
Giving
has
it
been-
to us.
Can I pick what the backlash is?
Can you pick what's back? You know what? I trust you to make an adequately awful backlash.
Yeah, that's
so
fair.
you failed
Alright.
by 15, so it fails in
yeah.
an incredibly dangerous way. There will almost certainly be bad effects, and possibly worse than anything else. Yep, it should narratively, such a failure should alter the course of the game.
Perfect. All right. So all of the books
written-
begin to
written in
lift
the
off
rule book.
out, and I'm like, yes, I did it. I'm not even a person. I'm a raccoon, the greatest raccoon wizard of all time. And then they all begin to like kind of flutter like bats, and they're actually attracted to people because they want to give them their knowledge. And so they just slam into people's faces. So all the library books have this uncontrollable urge to get in front of people's faces as quickly as possible.
Oh
So
my god.
they will probably unintentionally, they're definitely going to blind anyone and like leave some bumps and bruises and stuff. And because it failed spectacularly, it's probably going to last a bit longer than the intended effect. Like these books might just be alive now. I don't know. That's up to you to decide. I'm not the DM, but they are definitely out for human eyes. They want to be in front of them.
I mean, I think you just made the book version of Hitchcock's Birds.
What is the librarian doing? Good question. So we're now going to return to what was happening on the other side during this whatever is going on. So the fire.
I wonder what I would have rolled.
The fire is started by Barnabas, at which point
Someone is getting it.
the librarian, screeches and then leaps for the desk. She starts clambering around, opening drawers, trying to remember where she put her wand. She reaches in, she grabs at a sheet of paper, pulls it up like a wand, and then flicks and swishes, and let's see if she manages to do anything about the first fire.
Ooh.
You said
Brains?
she grabbed a piece of paper?
Yes. Remember, your
Yeah, 'cause
wand is
we
not
established
required
that-
to do
yeah.
magic. It only helps you do magic.
Hmm.
And this is more of an, oh my god, I know it's there, reach in, grab, pull, and oh. She rolled a 5 on her D20 brains. So, what?
Can I try to help put out the fire?
You can absolutely try to put out the fire on your own. You have an action before the library comes to life and starts.
Oh, sure.
And I don't know how you feel about flaming books trying to get in front of your face.
Not
but-
good. I don't think anyone feels good about that.
So anyway, she attempts to do it, and it sputters as you see the magic begin to leach into the paper, and she's obviously distracted by the fact that what she thought was going to be her wand is just a wad of paper, and the spell fizzles apart. She didn't fail it by enough to make it dangerous, but it is what it is.
Yeah. All right. Well, I will give it a shot now. Just kind of hold up my wand and try to get some good like water coming out of there.
A wet book is definitely better than a on fire book. I gotta say.
Yeah.
It's not! It's not!
Actually,
It
I
really
wonder-
is.
I mean, for
If
the
I
other
can-
books, but not for that book.
It's like The
That's
Incredibles.
true.
You just take a blow dry to it.
I mean, I think we all can agree these books are ruined.
Yes, we can all agree that the library is decimated. The school will never recover, and good luck selling it, headmaster. Anyway, make your roll.
We saved the school!
Amelia's got to be feeling good about going to the library about this time.
Oh yeah, no, this is great. I'm
Well, she
having a
doesn't even
mental
know what's
breakdown.
happening next, so...
Oh, boy. How'd
Alright,
that go?
so
How did we put out the fire?
I got a 4.
Oh, man.
That's not.
Walrus, we didn't
I
need
rolled
your
a
help.
3
yeah.
on a d20.
Okay. Awesome. That's great. Let's see. That's...
Amelia's panicking, so
Yep.
it didn't go so
I
well.
brought my friends
Yeah.
to my most sacred place and it's being destroyed.
Okay, so this is fairly natural, so it's a 1, book or smaller 1, probably minute-long 1. Have you conjured water like this before to put out
Oh,
fire?
I'm sure.
Is
mean,
it
not to
something
put
you've
out a-
mastered or something you've cast?
Probably just something I've cast.
Okay. Then the difficulty was 4.
But I got a 4.
You did. Did you remember to roll your D4 magic die?
No, I didn't. So that's a 6.
Okay. Character casts the spell, but not impressively. It works, but you put
All
effort
right,
into it. So, how does it work?
George.
What happens?
Nobody's blown away, but
I'll just say it's real like simple. It's just like I'm conjuring water to come out of my wand and it's just like a nice spray and
Okay.
just putting the dang fire out.
You manage to put out Barnabas's fire, at which point you notice the fire on the other side of the library, and then the books in the library begin to animate. I'm going to need flight rolls from everybody.
Oh my god.
Now I'll run.
I'm assuming you're all running from the books to avoid being blinded again.
I think it's a bad time for me to say I had no idea what I was doing. Whoa! Everything goes insane.
And is all the failed magic affecting the ticking box? I don't know. Maybe they'll have to check it at some point.
I got a 1.
You got a 1. Okay.
Amelia's not known for her running.
And plus they're books, and they just want the books want to hug your face. So
She is clumsy. I got a 7.
okay. And Desmond.
I got a 13.
Okay. Desmond and Barnabas, you managed to avoid the books, dodging and ducking away from them. However, Amelia, one of the books, does manage to latch onto your face, blinding you. And
What's the book about?
hang on. So Desmond, how do they blind them? Is it actually a blinding effect, or is it just covering their eyes?
It's kind of actually more of like, it's kind of like hovering like just in front of. The problem is that there's so many of them, and so they will eventually get to a point where they're like kind of on your face. But you can see, it's just very limiting. You would be very hard pressed to do anything.
So it's vision being blocked. It's not actually being blinded. So unfortunately, shared pain will not apply on this one. I'm sorry,
Oh.
people.
Actually, I didn't see
Fair.
that. I'm sorry.
I know.
I promise there was no.
But I have a feeling I feel a nice slap in the face.
Yes.
Probably.
Oh, you definitely do.
Oh, ah!
Meanwhile, Amelia's just shouting and confused panic.
Yep.
Oh, what a nightmare.
All right, I have an idea to help.
You have an idea to help. Okay. The book is the Saga of the Betrayed. Followed closely by a history of ocular injury.
I'll save you, Amelia! And I run over to try and peel the book off of Amelia's face.
Okay, so you are foregoing. You are invalidating your flight roll. You'll have to make another one, but you're going to attempt a fight roll to get the one off of her face.
Yeah.
Okay, make me that fight roll.
While Desmond does hopefully something to resolve what could only be conceived
There
as
is
the worst
Naveen.
historical experience in the library that
Oh,
Piggy
yes.
has ever experienced.
Oh, yes.
There are
We're heroes.
magical fire extinguisher systems in place. They're not equipped to deal with flying books. The fire would have been fine. The library animating and now becoming an attack mob would not.
Yeah, this
Probably
is,
several attack mobs. Let's be real. There are different sections.
I got a 13 for my fight.
Okay, you got a 13 for your fight. You managed to rip the book off of her face and begin battering around the ones that are coming in to try to take the face back. All right, Amelia and Barnabas, you can each make your redone flight roll.
Okay.
God.
Also,
6?
okay.
And another 7.
Okay. You both begin making your way out and are able to avoid the books. You didn't actually get the book that you came in here for, did you?
I was gonna say, George,
I'm looking for it.
if it is okay, could Barnabas instead lead Amelia and get undercover on one of the tables as the books are flying? Because
Sure.
we do still need to at least wait for Desmond, who in theory is getting the book, but otherwise
I am all for you all ending up being devoured by books. So sure.
okay. So I duck and cover, dive under one of the tables.
Assuming that she accepts your guidance because she is not
I
controlled
will
by you
follow.
right now. Okay.
And as we're under the table, I'm it's still panic mode, but I'm gonna say thank you. How did this happen? How did this all get so bad? Oh, but thank you. What is happening? Just like complete...
I think I made the library explode. That's the only thing I can think of. But Desmond's getting the book. As soon as Desmond gets out from the forbidden area, we should be able to get out of here. We just gotta make sure he can get out.
Desmond, where did you run to?
I was running toward the exit, but I'm looking around for the books that we need, and I'm kind of looking
Okay.
to Spirit for guidance.
Sure, you can make me a brains roll to attempt to try to pick
Oh,
out the book
God,
that you
no.
want that is flying amongst the rest of this crowd.
Welcome to your personal hell. You're in a library and you have to find a specific book.
Which
I
is
feel
flying.
like there's got to be other rules I could do as Desmond to not have to find this book in this fashion, like some
That's
terrible
coming,
thing.
Naveen.
While we're sitting down there, Barnabas will pull out his broom and go, "Got your broom?"
Always. And I'm like ready to
Well?
pull mine out of my bag.
We're not helping out by just sitting under here. We got a book to find.
All right. Desmond, what did you roll?
I've got it.
Aha.
I cast Paper Pied Piper, and I want all books on spirits to follow Barnabas. I can't control their behavior, which is to slam it to his face, but I can at least make them go that way.
Okay. Okay. You can make me a... this will be a charm magic roll.
Cool.
This is not going to be easy. This is reality breaking. You are attempting to sing
But
to
they're already
books.
broken. Is it reality breaking if they're already flying?
Did you give them ears, or did you give them the ability to fly?
Well, they're seeing faces, so they have to recognize faces.
This is reality breaking. This is again massive in size because you're attempting to affect the library.
It's fair. It's fair court.
How long do you want this to last? You only need it for a few minutes, I assume, right?
Yeah.
To get them close
It
enough.
just have to be the ones that are on him.
So that's only a +1 there. So you're only at 15. and
Only 15.
Have you ever seen anybody do a Pied Piper type spell?
On animals?
Okay, I'll give you the witness. So you need an 18.
Oh my god.
You've been
Oh, is
banking
that
those
all?
adversity tokens, right?
I'm just... Yeah. But I
And-
don't know if I have enough.
So, the other two that are not doing that can give me a brains roll to see what's going on.
Cool. Brains roll? Yeah.
Mhm.
Great.
Oh.
That's what I need.
I got 16.
I got a 3.
Okay. Barnabas, you see books, you see books everywhere. You see a little raccoon running amongst the books. Amelia, you see the librarian, who attempted to put out the fire, then dive beneath the desk, shouting something about help, help, help.
Okay. Do I know in my time in the library that she's doing something in particular, or she's just like calling for help?
How,
Like out loud.
have you actually volunteered and or worked at the library before?
This nerd.
I maybe a couple times I have volunteered.
Okay.
I would say yeah. Like maybe I've had a couple late nights and I've just been like, oh, let me help you with like this and that while I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you are familiar with the the alarm system that's underneath the desk, which will be used in order to signal for help in order to get people to actually, come take care of a situation like fire or books coming to life or trolls, whatever might happen. Probably
all the
not
time.
the second one. Yeah. So yes. So if she's doing that, then she's probably talking to whoever's on duty there.
Well, Barnabas is going to take off on his broom, and I'm aware I rolled a 3 for brains, but he's just grabbing any book that he can out of the air and go, it's not that book, and just keep zooming through, dodging books, and trying to find the book that we're looking for.
Okay. Give me your brain. You got your brains roll to see.
Brains of 3.
Yep. Okay. Give me your flight roll to not get eaten by books, please.
Sure. Here we go.
Why do my players always end up in situations like this?
I don't know. It's like you've done something, George.
You know,
Did nothing. I didn't
don't
even narrate
ask
this
the
effect.
questions that we are also asking ourselves.
What do? How much do adversity tokens add again?
Every one that you spend gives you 1.
Okay.
You have got a lot banked.
I've got a little pool. So I am going to spend 2 to bring my flight score to another 7.
Okay. You managed to be dodging the books. It's hard to get a grip on them, but you managed to get a few. None of them seem to deal with spirit manifestation.
I'm getting no luck, and just zooming through and just trying to find books as they're flying about.
Okay. Desmond, what was your roll?
I got a base 13, and then I'm going to use my adversity tokens to.
Okay. Did you remember to use your magic
Pump it
die?
up. I did. That's how I got a 13.
Gotcha. Okay. So you're pumping it up to the required 18 or whatever ridiculous number it was. Yeah.
It's 15.
Was it 15?
Uh,
I don't remember.
I thought it was 15.
Sure.
Because it's shorter. Because the other one was 18. 'cause
Right.
It was longer.
Okay, cool. So,
But I yell to Barnabas, "Gonna have all the spirit books you could want now."
all right, you do that, and you see Barnabas jumping, dodging, trying to get these books when a swarm of approximately 12 books come diving toward him directly. While most of them are going around pretty aimlessly just trying to eat everything, these 12 seem dead set on devouring him in particular.
No books. No books. Ah!
What do you do, Barnabas?
I begin a epic broom flying chase scene throughout the full extent of the library as I'm dodging books, classic Harry Potter style, with a nice little train behind me as I duck through the all the little aisles and stuff. Just trying to shake them because at this point I'm gonna die. So I'm just zooming through for dear life.
Okay.
And I'm probably making laps is pretty until I figure out something else to do.
After I
But
see
it's
you
pure
do
panic.
one lap, I'm gonna be like, "Go to Lamb Spew."
So, do you want...
Are you still a raccoon?
Yeah, my voice is probably tiny. Go to Lamb Spew.
To add to that, I am also like, I'm like staring at the floor very pensively, and then I out loud say, "Just leave. I have a plan. I'll catch up."
Okay. So you are making your flight roll. Did you say that you're on your broom doing this, or are you running around the library?
Me?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Epic Harry Potter flight. It's like
Great.
any of those.
Okay.
Just diving through it.
Make
Magic
your roll.
keys. In first Harry Potter book. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. I feel like
Librarian rolled a 3, so no, Naveen. The librarian does not hear that shout.
I have a
sounds like
plan
we're
for that
considering.
anyway, so hopefully it works out.
I'm gonna just burn the remaining 3 of my adversity tokens.
Oh my God.
Because I have no idea how awful 12 books training down on me is. But I rolled an 8, and I have a +2 from my magic and my broom.
I don't think
for
you get your
10.
magic. You're not casting a spell, right?
Oh shoot. Okay, so I only got a +1 from that. So that's 8 for a 9, +3 adversity tokens for a 12.
Okay. You begin ducking, dodging, whatever the rest of the 5Ds are of dodgeball, and make your way where? Do you listen to the tiny little voice that goes, "Go to Lamb Spew"?
Well, there was the tiny little voice that said that, which I'm not sure if I understood exactly what it said, but I probably heard Amelia, who said, "Just leave. I've got a plan." So I will book it for the door and just zoom out as best as I can.
Okay.
Without pasting myself against the door.
Right, you obviously will stop to open the door, or are you
Right.
using magic to try to open the door before you
Oh,
get
I'm gonna
there?
magic it. I'm gonna magic it and do a Oompa like hyper power unlock, which is just like.
I believe Broom Pa was just unlocking, not opening.
Okay, Alum
Oh.
Po.
Okay. So a door opening is something that could reasonably happen at any moment, and it happens in everybody's house constantly. Nobody's haunted. So that's natural, +1. It is a person size, that's +3. Instantaneous, +0. And how lazy are you? Have you constantly been casting spells to open doors for you?
I've probably done it before.
Okay.
I mean, at a minimum, if I'm like in my tricks and schemes and all sorts of things, swinging doors open and or closing doors is probably something in my wheelhouse.
So it is again something you've cast, not mastered?
No, not mastered.
Okay. One day we will
Oh,
find the spell that
we're
you
gonna learn.
mastered.
Yeah.
So that will be a difficulty of 5 on this brawn roll.
Okay, brawn. Haven't
It's
rolled
because you're
that.
attempting to open a door, so that's more
Sure.
physical might.
Sure.
And we haven't had any brawn rolls much.
Yeah. We've been really avoiding the crap out of them.
That is a 10.
That is a 10. Okay. You start heading toward the door. You lash out with your wand. You pull the door open, and you see the open hallway with Professor Melinda Cosgrove standing in the doorway.
No.
Incoming! And I'm gonna try and just zoom just above her head and then tip back down, hoping that the books are not as dexterous as I am, and just train right into her face.
Ever had 12 books thrown at your face? It's probably not pleasant.
Probably
When they're hungry for faces, yeah, it don't end well.
Okay. So, go ahead and give me your flight roll.
Okay.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Oh!
Oh,
And she's
no.
aimed it. Who is she aiming at? I'm assuming you.
Is that for me, Naveen? Is that for me?
Naveen.
Naveen, is that for me? Is 600 aimed for me? Naveen, please.
Are you helping him or are you hurting him?
Please aim that. No! What?
You're a
Okay.
monster.
So,
That's
give
not
me
really
your
at
flight
first.
roll.
Sure. Let's see. This probably only has to explode. It's a D6, so what? 400 and like 20 times. Okay, here we go.
Oh boy.
Okay, so that is a 6. Got a 6.
Oh, total? Oh, I thought you rolled a 6. I was like, yes, let it continue. But no.
No. The 5 with the
Mhm,
+1
mhm.
for a 6.
Okay. You attempt to skirt over Melinda Cosgrove's head, and as you do, her hand reaches up far faster than you would expect it to. It grips the back of your broom and yanks it out from underneath you. You fall forward, you tumble onto the ground, crashing, rolling, and eventually slide, slamming into the other side of the wall. You are now hurt,
Oh!
at which point the books come.
Say what?
All right,
Hey,
how?
Amelia, you're not out of this one. All those things.
What do you do about the
Feeling
books
them,
that
too.
are aimed at you?
I am going to. I'm going to instinctually
Mm-hmm.
polymorph into a pigeon.
My man.
Like a panic response.
Okay.
Ah!
And the spirit is going to appear basically in the opposite direction of where Barnabas just went and turn into Barnabas.
Okay.
Look at the teacher and go,
Ooh.
your name is Fart.
Okay.
Yes.
Desmond, you can.
And perfectly mimics him.
Of course.
I would just like to point out.
Of course.
You have to say it then. You say it.
Your name is Fart.
Perfect. I thought it was me. I thought it was me.
I mean, oh god. I'm just reading the rules of injury, and that is awful.
Oh, Rose. Thank you, Rose. At least somebody wants to be nice to us.
Okay, so with that go easy on him, I do not need to follow that, what is it? If the attacker's roll is greater by 10 or more, you are
Oh my
dead.
Oh my god!
Oh,
I mean, that's
dear.
just ridiculous.
Oh
Yep.
dear.
However, you do slam into the wall and are thoroughly dazed. You will get your effect, but it's going to be hard.
Okay.
Okay. So, dear Lord. Okay. So, I'm going to need the charm roll from the spirit. It's a D12.
We got something else in the chamber too. Check
Oh,
out the
come
chat.
on.
Where'd it go?
What?
Is this a magic effect?
Oh god. No.
All right, then it got a 10.
All right, Walrus, I'm coming. Don't you worry, it's coming. Oh boy, all these points you farmed up are really coming in handy.
It's like maybe these rewards were too low. Of a
Yeah,
cost.
perhaps,
It's 1,000.
George.
This is
I
not
had
too
them
low.
higher. I had them
No,
higher,
they
and
should
I was
be
told
higher.
to
This
make
is a good
them lower.
level. This is a
No,
good
they
level.
should be higher.
That is true, Megiddo. You just tried to unlock the tier 3
Well,
power.
thanks, Megiddo. Thank
did.
you.
Good job.
Okay, so. Good lord. What's your charm roll?
You did. You're
Oh,
right,
me?
Hero, Rose. No, a 10. It got a 10, the spirit.
I got a 10. Okay, great. It begins mimicking Barnabas. You smell like a fart or look like a fart, whatever you said.
Say it like me.
No. I don't have to do it. You have to do it.
You smell like a fart.
No, you. Amelia has to do it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh, sorry. You smell like a fart.
I think we changed it again. I think.
All right.
Whatever.
You know, what?
Doesn't
It's
matter.
like a telephone game.
So, we've got this polymorph effect going on. We've got the reality breaking. We've got person size. So we're at a 10. We've got... how long do you want it to last? What do we say? It's an hour standard?
Sure.
Okay, so that's plus 2. So we are at a 12. And this is again something you cast regularly but not mastered.
Correct.
Okay.
It's not me. It's the spirit, and it has definitely mastered.
Great. So we are at a 13 as the base difficulty. However, because of the massive damage that you took from going full speed out of there, slamming to the ground, hitting the wall, you will be... let's increase the difficulty by 2.
So it's a 15.
It's a 15.
What am I rolling? Is this flight?
This is... I'm assuming you're trying to flee, correct?
Yeah.
So then, yep, it's flight.
Okay. Also, I would like to invoke when price be paid of flesh and bone. As Barnabas has tumbled, injured himself in the process in trying to escape with the knowledge that the team is looking for.
Did have something to do.
Okay. So...
Oh, but if Kate has something to do too.
No. It won't like. It was. I wanted to do something to only literally affect. What's her name? The librarian.
Cosgrove? Oh, the librarian.
Well,
Okay.
But there's things.
We will return to that in just a moment. A word, a phrase. Oh, right. Okay, we'll remember that. Thank you, Naveen, for pointing that out.
Yeah, I thought my action would have happened before.
Oh, it will.
Okay, that's good.
Don't
Yeah.
worry, I got the timeline in my head. I have my
Okay,
little ticking
okay.
clock over here. So
That's
a
really what the
phrase
box is.
pops into your head, Barnabas. I don't feel so good.
I don't feel so good.
Okay. You say the words. We cut to Amelia. Amelia, what was it you were going to be doing?
What? Yeah, okay, Naveen. What I want to attempt, I would like to attempt to how long would you say we've been in the library?
How long have you been in the library? Let's
Can
see.
I use my Okay.
What?
I was gonna say, can I use my brains to determine how long it's been?
I mean, it is just something you would
Just know.
probably
Yeah, sure.
know.
I don't know.
Everything that you guys did was maybe 10 minutes.
That's
it's-
okay.
it's
I was gonna
been
say 10 minutes.
An
Record
hour
time.
out of game, but
I want to try to cast a spell on the librarian to erase the last 10 minutes from her memory.
Mm.
Whoa.
wow.
Mm.
Okay. I can't wait for this one to fail horribly.
Stop.
All right.
It's
So,
just I need it.
this is reality bending because people forget things,
Mm.
right? Yeah?
No, I
You
agree.
gave her
I'm
to-
looking at that chat.
What did the chat do?
Naveen, you do love me.
Okay, so you're gonna get a 20. Let's see what the difficulty is.
Aw.
We've got 5 for reality bending. We've got 3 for being small, so that's 8. This is permanent, so that's a +6.
Oh, that's
So we're at
true.
14. And how many times have you erased people's memory or seen people doing it, because I imagine this is a fun effect that is pretty looked down on in the wizarding world.
Yeah, oh, Naveen,
Have you ever seen anyone cast it or
maybe
read
I've
about it?
seen it like once or twice
Okay.
at most.
Then that puts you to a number that I forgot. No, it puts you to a 17.
Oh!
You know, that 20 seems friendly, but when you have to calculate the reality
Yeah.
of it, it's almost like, oh, shoot. Either way, the sentence is
Oh
bad.
gosh.
Okay.
Oh.
You cast the spell. You're pretty sure it worked. She's probably going to remember the books because they're still attacking, but everything else.
Oh yeah, but now it's more like, why am I being attacked by books?
Much better. She has a moment of dazed confusion that crosses her face. And then she peeks her head out and is immediately swarmed by books. And then she remembers that they're there
sorry,
now and begins
librarian.
fighting them off again.
Perfect.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Can I turn into a hippo now?
At
No,
that point,
please step. Why?
at
Sorry.
that point, Amelia, a racking pain fills your body. You see out of the corner of your eye, Barnabas beyond Melinda Cosgrove in pain at the other end of the hall, crashed up against the wall. The breath has left your body as you're
Yep.
attempting to steal yourself from these
That's right.
books.
I'm under the table still. I'm just vibing with my back pain.
Okay. Now we go to Desmond. What have you been doing in this time?
I was running toward the door and but obviously I feel like the timeline makes sense because Barnabas was on a broom, so probably would have gotten there like a little bit quicker.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, running as fast as you've seen raccoons run on two legs. It's not super impressive.
It's super cute though.
However, seeing Cosgrove there, it kind of gets like a panicked look. And then as soon as she snatches the broom with, I would say, inhuman supernatural demon strength out from underneath of Barnabas, he is going to do what he does best, and he is going to be rash. And what's the other one? Rash and something else.
Rash and reckless.
Thank you.
There it
That's the other
is.
one.
Yeah.
So I probably would have been a hippo if I
Caught
was thinking good,
raccoon-handed.
but I'm probably just going to stay as a raccoon as requested. So alternatively, Desmond will leap up with his little raccoon hand and grab a book that's headed toward Barnabas, and instead just slash and latch onto the teacher's face and just start biting menacingly.
Okay. Give me your fight roll.
You got it!
I mean, he's got to be moving at a pretty good pace when he grabs
It's
the
good-
book and
it's a
then
good clip.
flies in.
Oh, yeah.
For rabies. Roll for rabies.
Oh, that's a good roll.
I'm so strong!
That is.
22.
Jeez.
My God.
Wow.
He goes
Yeah,
through her head. There's just a raccoon hole.
Well, she hurt my good friend, so I'm gonna
That
say,
is
like,
what
I'm
happens,
really
because-
mad.
She rolled a 1.
So
the raccoon flies at her face, rips through her,
Oh,
goes
yeah.
to the other side, and out the back. You see the light begin pouring from her as her body turns into the direction of Desmond. At which point you hear Barnabas say, "I don't feel so good." You see the spirit, which was pretending to be Barnabas, dematerialize and rematerialize next to Barnabas, places its hands upon Barnabas. Barnabas, you begin to feel better. You feel your wounds leaving your body slowly. You're still not up to 100%, but you are feeling well enough to be able to flee. And then you see... Brains roll, please. From everybody who's
Oh,
outside the
boy.
library.
AKA the two dum-dums in the hallway who just...
I got 2. Of course I got a 2. In what world would I?
I mean, you just killed a teacher. What more do you want?
Amelia,
right
you
now?
can also make me a brains roll, but
I
for a
didn't
different
want
reason.
to kill a teacher, so
Okay.
of course.
Don't worry, buddy. I got us covered. 3.
So what did you get? You got 3s and a 3 and a...
3 and a 2. We
Awesome.
got a 3 and a 2.
Cool. I guess you
So
don't see
fun.
the horrific thing coming at you. Amelia, what did you
Oh.
get?
Mm-mm.
I got 10.
Do my raccoon hands feel it?
You got a 10. Did you feel her body as you ripped through her face?
That's fair. I'm covered in bloods. No, that's fair.
Yes, you did feel yourself. You felt yourself meet flesh and begin to tear through it, but once you got past the initial skin, it felt empty. Amelia, you see him rip the head off of the teacher. You see the light begin pouring forward, and then you see slowly it begin to reform from the neck up. The body beginning to reshape itself and recapture the light. Slowly.
Let's just die.
What?
And like
All right. So, what do you do? We're going to go in some semblance of rounds at this point.
That's a good call.
So everybody give me a flight roll, just to determine who goes in what order.
Cool.
Ooh, that was terrible.
6.
Okay?
8.
Okay?
Desmond, confronted with the fact that he probably is accidentally a really good murderer, as this is the second time he has murder maimed somebody, is just kind of grappling with that. And I got a 1 out of 20.
Okay. All right. Barnabas, you're up.
Okay. So I scramble up to my feet.
Just to give you some information, you now have spirit powers.
Ooh.
When you use one of the abilities, willingly, not during the initial one, whatever, if you choose to use it later, one of these little orbs will go away. They will recharge throughout the game, or if the chat decides to spend points to recharge them for you, which I believe is in there. Yep, recharge. Cool. So, that is the way you'll be able to get points back, either by the chat being generous, or by you having time to rest and recuperate.
Okay.
Level 1s will cost 1 dot, level 2s will cost 2, and the level 3 will cost 3.
Okay.
Okay?
Barnabas scrambles to his feet. Looks at the spirit for a second. Is it still there? Is it like not nowhere to be seen?
It's still there. It still looks like you.
Okay. I go, I go, thanks, me. Let's get out of here. And I will do what I said before. I'm gonna turn myself into a pigeon and start flying on out of here.
And abandon your broom.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in her hand. I got no moves on that.
That's
Did she drop it when she
She
lost her head?
absolutely did drop it when she lost her head.
Oh, well, that changes things. That
Yeah,
doesn't-
temptation.
I am going to
Naveen, that was the failed brains roll.
I'm going to cast a spell to summon my broom to me.
Okay. So that is okay. So unnatural, because things can move. So that's +3. It is larger than a book, so it is small. So that's +3. That's 6. Instantaneous 0. I'm assuming you've summoned your broom before.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's a 7. It is a 7 for a charm.
Oh, you're a kind soul.
I am sometimes.
Oh, that does not help. Rolled a 2.
Well, don't forget
Add
your
your magic
wand
dice.
bonus, which gives you a
Oh,
+1,
right.
so that's at
Right.
3, and
So
then
it
you
brings
get your
you to 3.
magic die, which is a
a
4.
wand bonus.
So you could.
Oh gosh.
Got a 5.
Okay, you
Use
attempt
the
to...
adversity tokens. You have so many.
Already spent them all.
Yeah.
Well, you got 2 more now.
I sure did.
So you attempt to summon your wand, but as you do, she slams her foot down on it, preventing you from drawing it toward you.
Oh, come on! I say as I'm sitting there, and I
Okay.
do like a couple like to try and like magic yank it under her foot, but doesn't go anywhere.
Amelia. And yes, I agree. These dice must be banished.
Yeah.
I'm not banishing this dice. This is the dice you gave me, George. This is the first dice George ever gave me from our first campaign.
Aw.
Never retiring.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
I mean, you could just go into fetal position. That's a solid play. You're under a table. No
You know what
one
I'm
will
gonna
probably
do?
find you.
Or maybe now's the time to reach deep inside yourself and ask yourself, what would Barnabas and Desmond do?
Maybe Amelia would think that at this point. Do a jig. I should just do a jig.
I would do a jig. I would. I definitely would.
Well, you know what? So here's the thing about Amelia is that she has one of her strengths is or her things is guardian. So when like
Okay.
push comes to shove, she will stand up. She fights for her friends. So I think at this point she's gonna get I don't know. I'm just gonna attack someone. Okay. So this Miranda, Melinda, whatever, I just saw a bunch of raccoons, is regenerating, right? Has regenerated in front of us.
In the process of, and it's very slow going. Very slow.
Okay.
It's like, it's only because you rolled very well that you can notice it beginning to reform at the base of the neck.
Yeah.
I mean, they're probably suspicious by the fact that she moved and slammed her foot down onto the broom and is still standing, but you have concrete proof.
You know what? I'm just gonna try to like do a force spell of some kind to blast her out of the doorway and back into the hallway for now.
Okay. So you are going to make a brawn roll to try to push her away.
Yeah, you are.
Well, it's a
Or is it like a damaging? Are you like really trying to F
Oh,
her
yeah, I
up?
mean, if you're trying to damage her, then that's fight. Are you trying to push or damage?
How careful are you being with this headless woman?
I'm not being careful because I'm mad that she's hurting my friends.
So your guardian ability, you always get to roll your stat and the magic when you are acting in defense of another. Regardless of whether you're doing magic or not. So this doesn't actually help you because you're already doing magic.
Unless
But
you're
that's
running
fine.
but punching her.
No.
Recite more of the poem. I don't know if any of them help here.
Yeah, I don't think any of my lines help here.
I think the second one does, but I don't think we're allowed to skip around.
What? No, you can
But
do
you
that. You can
can.
do whatever.
Can.
Oh, well then how about when her head came off and light started pouring out and mortal bounds?
That's
a
not
mortal
me. That's
bind.
Craig.
No, me. Oh, no, that is Craig. Never mind.
That's me.
Never mind. My bad. I'm sorry.
I don't-
I'm sorry.
Mine don't apply.
I'm sorry.
Well, but you know, I'm using magic. I am with my brains. I am envisioning her getting slammed really hard with a
That's
magical
brawn.
force.
It's brawn. You even use the word slammed really hard.
Welcome to the slam.
Well, I'm rolling a d4 for that. That's just cool.
Well, D4 plus D4. That's fine.
I got a 4. Hang on.
Do it. Believe.
Oh, I exploded again. Oh my god, wait.
Die 4s are where it's at, yeah.
Yeah. Die 4s are
That's
secretly the
Three
strongest.
explosions?
12.
Oh.
I'm not lying. I am not
No, yeah.
lying.
No,
I
it's
swear
fine.
to you.
It's a die 4. You
I
have a
don't
good
know.
chance.
That looks
Oh,
like a
no.
genuine lie.
It doesn't matter. You kill everyone.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh
was
yeah. You
saying-
just Kamehameha waved right through that door.
Dolores.
Are you happy or upset that Walrus
I mean, the
stole
good
her?
news is-
See what you do to us, and then we'll decide what we are, George.
Yeah. Good news is you definitely obliterate Melinda. Bad news is also the books and me and probably Desmond.
All right, so you unleash a massive wave of force that is clearly going to throw her far against the other wall and slam her up against it. Go ahead and narrate what happens. I trust you to be realistic for the situation.
With your 750 roll.
As your
Gravity is
guardian spirit
converging.
truly comes out.
Okay. I'm going to say that it's a slight, like, I don't want to say crater effect, but it's like
super gravity.
the force goes out from one spot near her and it affects a whole bunch of stuff in that area. So yeah, it probably would get because yeah, whoever's close to her, you know.
So you're saying like from one point, like point blank next to her, it's sort of like
Yeah.
out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you move your wand forward. You attempt to project the force. You feel it building. You feel it building far better than it ever has before. And then it explodes in a large radius around you. The books are slammed up against the wall and then begin to tumble to the ground. You look forward. You see Melinda thrown across the hall. She hits the wall and explodes completely in a fine spray of light and dust.
Ew.
You see next to you the desk that the librarian was under go slamming into the far wall. You see bookshelves toppling over. And you see... Desmond, what did you do?
I feel like we're outnumbered. And
There's one of her.
there's a million books. Look at this situation we're in with all these books.
Okay.
So Rose outnumber a friendly mind, and we would read these books with our mind, and normally you would defeat books by consuming them and getting their knowledge, but there's just too many to consume right now. Your Honor, I would say that we have definitely unlocked.
And I think it's about also the power, you know, like we're outnumbered by power too.
Okay. Sure, why not?
They're obviously way smarter than us. Look
A
what's
word, a phrase pops into your mind. How can we get rid of them?
How can we get rid of that?
At which point, the spirit dematerializes from next to Barnabas, rematerializes next to you, and asks, who?
I guess I point to the spirit mist of
Melinda.
teacher?
Say her
Yeah.
name.
What's the name?
Melinda Cosmo.
Melinda.
Melinda. Okay. Well, unfortunately, you say Melinda, and he says,
Or I say the demon in Melinda. I guess that would be smarter.
I can possess mortals, not spirits.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well, that's cool. But I'm looking around now for everybody else for my turn, unless that was my turn.
At which point, then, the explosive wave of energy comes rocketing out of the library. Go ahead and give me a flight roll. With a difficulty of 750.
Instead of a flight roll, can I try and... Does it seem like it's going to affect Barnabas as well?
Barnabas did not move, so yes.
So instead of a flight roll, can I instead try and expend like a push on Barnabas to get him out of the range? Because that's two people if he gets hurt.
Sure.
Barnabas and Amelia are going to get demolished by this.
All right, because you don't know that Amelia caused it. Anyway, okay.
No, I do not. I think this lady just exploded.
Okay.
Oh no.
So, give me that'll be a brawn magic roll.
You got it.
And it's natural. You could push somebody. Person size to +3, instantaneous +0, and something you've cast before. Yes.
Yes.
So that's a 5.
All right. Yeah, I double hand my wand as my raccoon. I'm like, yeah.
Still a raccoon.
A little raccoon wizard.
I got an 8.
You got an 8. Okay. You throw out your hands. Barnabas, you feel an invisible force push you shortly before the other invisible force slams Melinda Cosgrove into the wall where you just once were. She explodes in a shower of mist and energy. As you go skittering down the hall from the force of the second push, you eventually come to a stop. Make me a brains roll.
We all know how this ends.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a 4.
Do it again.
Ooh.
That's another 4. That's another 4.
Oh boy.
And that's a 2. 14.
Still.
Okay. 14. As you are pushed, you slide down the hall, and you can see coming from either direction down the hall another Melinda Cosgrove,
Uh-oh.
and then another, and another. And then as you watch the shattered, exploded form of the original, maybe, Melinda Cosgrove, you see it begin to bubble and roil with that energy, which then begins to form into lots of mini Melinda Cosgroves.
Ah!
Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum.
It's a nightmare.
All right. Barnabas. Desmond, you see the energy roil past you.
Yeah, what happens?
You when you rocketed past her. All right, you were not in the full force of the blast because of where you landed, so you're not at least outright dead, but it does
That's
send
nice.
you slamming not into the wall but into the window nearby, which is blown out by the force and sends you toppling outside as a raccoon
Bummer.
with
Super bummer.
the
Flying
librarian's
raccoon.
wand. Okay. Top of the order, I guess. Barnabas, what do you do?
Okay. So there's a small platoon of Melinda Cosgroves coming at us from one direction, multiple hallways.
They're coming from... So the library is in the middle of the hallway, and you can see them coming from each direction down the hall.
Okay. All right, George.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to use one of my strengths.
Ooh.
What strength would you like
Intuitive.
to use? What does that do?
I will spend one adversity token,
Okay.
and I get to ask you something about my surroundings, an NPC, or the like, and you must answer honestly.
Ooh, I like that. Okay.
So, in regards to where we are, which is like, I guess, like the common hallways of Pigazit, right? We're just like in like the basic hallways. Obviously, because we're a magical school, and there's a lot of questionable magic occurrences, and there have even been very, very dangerous supernatural like emergency events that are in the history.
Mm-hmm.
What is the normal response should there be like an incursion, some sort of supernatural calamity, and what would be the response in like a hallway for the basic like faculty and or students to like trigger the school response?
Okay. So you're asking basically what's the equivalent of pulling the fire alarm?
Yes, I want to know where the magic fire alarm is.
Okay. The magic fire alarm is not something that's built into the walls because everybody has a magic wand. So rather than that, it is basically an emergency spell that every student is taught when they come here. It is tailored to them specifically, so the person in charge, when they receive it, can know who it is that needed assistance. It gives them their location and gives a rough approximation of what is going on around them.
Okay. I want to cast that spell. This is probably dumb, but targeting the headmaster.
Well, you don't target
Like
it. It's an emergency beacon that
Oh,
goes to the person that...
Okay.
No. It goes
So
to...
you don't actually send it to somebody. It sounded like you sent it.
Well,
to a
you
specific-
give that off that spell, and it goes to the person who is monitoring that,
Okay.
which would be
Then
the
yeah,
person in
then-
charge.
Sure. Then I cast it. I cast that spell.
This isn't your fault, George.
I swear if it's Melinda.
It's gotta be
Linda
Melinda,
is
just
the
so you know.
person in
The person in
charge.
charge. He said it. It's keywords.
All right. Give everyone a reasonable number of adversity tokens.
Oh, what?
Okay.
Yeah, we could use those.
Yep.
I
Okay.
feel pretty adverse right now.
Sure. Everybody can have, let's say,
Yeah, what's reasonable, George?
10 adversity tokens.
That's reasonable. Hot damn.
I mean, you've been burning through these
That's
We
true.
have
Oh,
Thanks, Walrus.
Yeah.
Yay, Walrus!
helping them out here. Okay.
Okay, so I'm casting
so-
the emergency spell.
This is a spell which every single student is taught and made sure that they have learned how to do it from the moment that they step into a place that is fairly dangerous because it is magical. Have you mastered this spell?
no fucking way.
No.
I tried. Okay.
No, it makes sense, man.
So-
it makes sense.
+1, instantaneous 1, person 3, so that's 4, and it is reality bending, so it is +5, so you're at a 9.
A 9 of what?
Charm.
Aha! That's good. That's what we needed. That's what we like to hear. We said 9.
Yes.
Got a 10.
Okay.
Oh.
You got a 10. The words of the spell, which are what?
Imudricano Pigazita. Was that
Well,
Italian? I don't know.
I hope you guys remember that because you're going to have to say it if you ever decide to cast
Gonna
this spell.
write that down.
Arcana.
But
Emergicana
remember,
Pigazita.
you need to vary it slightly because it is your unique version of the spell. However, Craig has to say it exactly like that every time.
Great, perfect.
All
That's a
right.
really good one of you.
So, you release your spell. You feel a pulse of energy as it sinks into you and goes out around you, relaying the signals of what's been going on around you. You then see a little window appear in the air in front of you, which is normal, it's the response. And then in that window, you can see Melinda Cosgrove, the current head of the school, while the headmaster is away, looking at you. Yes, Barnabas, what is going on? Oh my god, what's happening here? And that's where we'll cut it.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
One shot. One shot.
Why can't I run one shots, apparently?
It's not your fault. It's our fault.
Oh, that's so good.
There's just so much things you could do with magic, like bring an entire library to life, and now we have the sorcerer's apprentice, and Melinda might not be bad.
Yeah, that's I mean, what a way to end it.
Okay. Remember that? Yep, that time Rich brained a demon lady as a raccoon. Well, that's going to go down in history
Yay, 15
here.
shots.
Oh, boy. So,
I'm going to estimate 1 or 2 more. That's what I'm going to guess.
Yeah. Actually, right? Probably. Oh.
Thank you for the cheer, Naveen. Oh, boy.
And thank you everyone for being more giving tonight.
I like how they did 2 nice things, and we're like, you guys are just the best. They were like,
We're in an abusive relationship with our viewers here.
Oh, boy. Thank you.
I mean,
Aw.
I'm actually pretty pleased with all.
oh, me
giving.
too.
Oh,
Don't get me
it's-
wrong, guys. It's,
I-
it's
oh,
great.
Delightful, chaotic mess.
If
Yeah.
they if they actually didn't fudge the numbers on my pigeon maneuver or my flight maneuver, I wouldn't have unlocked the first spell.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's a win.
I wouldn't have the guilt.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a...
You're sending us off with a hype train.
Oh, boy, wow.
Ah!
Yay, George!
Yeah.
Hype!
I hope you, I hope you guys playing it had fun, too.
Oh my
With
god, this is
the
amazing.
Absolutely.
chaos.
No, this was fantastic.
No, I only laugh when I'm scared.
Oh, boy. Any thoughts to close out this evening? Oh, boy. Oh.
It went to Craig.
Oh, thanks. Oh, that's so kind.
Oh, I mean, I meant to do that. Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh,
That's great.
You shouldn't have.
Oh, boy.
You're so
Oh.
welcome.
The most nepotism
justice.
in the world. Wow, what a hype train! Everybody should do stuff. Oh, like Kate giving it to me.
Oh.
That was great.
Oh, my gosh. Walrus.
Walrus
Walrus.
exploding.
Oh my goodness.
The hype is
man, way to
real.
go.
Ah, Walrus.
The hype is real.
Jeez.
Oh.
Honestly,
Yeah, wow.
I love this system more and more every time. Like the freedom of
Mhm.
creativity. Because, Rich knows this more than anyone. In other systems, I love being a wizard just because of the creativity you get with spells. And that's with spells that exist, that have rules.
Mhm.
So playing in this kind of a system where you just get to go ham and be like, what can I think of? I love it so much. I love it.
Another especially fun aspect of the Kids On series in general is I think it highlights specifically you as a player no longer worrying about grounded realism and the consequences and whatnot. I mean, case in point, I'm fairly certain Rich and I are 100% just trying to sandbag ourselves through bad schemes and plans.
50-50, yeah, it makes sense.
But also, we're kids with the best of intentions, just not
Mhm.
the through thought. So that's okay. As long as your DM is understanding of the world that exists in it and responds in an appropriately ramping experience, which I would say we did. I mean, things were getting astronomically worse and worse, and roles were succeeding and roles were failing, but we did get injured. And
Mhm.
if not a chance to unlock that ghost power, things would have progressed in probably a worse direction, and might still, because
Yeah.
we have no clue what's around the corner. But it allows us as players to have a lot more creative freedom, which is cool. And I'm not saying that you can't when you have a grounded realism character, but it's fun to be able to be whimsical and not feel like I'm like throwing a story out the window.
Yeah. I completely agree. This for me as the DM, it is very freeing to be able to leave so much of the world and the events that are going on in your hands. I mean, I really didn't create much bad stuff in this. I just played off of what you guys created in this world, which is
Yeah.
beautiful, and that's not something that's in any system that I've seen aside from this. This game really changed the way that I view building worlds and building characters to begin with. It's fantastic, and it's a game changer. I highly recommend it to anybody who wants to play it. As much fun as it is to watch us play it, it's a blast to play too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And again, just to mirror what Craig said, it felt like everything that happened was both whimsical but then deserved. It wasn't just like, oh, and then this thing happens, but it's okay because it was like, no, it's obviously not okay. All the books came to life. Or, oh, no, it's not okay. Everything's on fire. And so things then escalated, which again felt like, okay, these are probably learning moments for these characters, but it's not like in D&D where the learning moment is, I've been stabbed, I'm dying, make a new character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it has like a much, obviously it's only forgiving as the DM and everything, but it has much more of a, you're here to have fun, advance the narrative kind of feel to it. And it has, because it has that relaxed feeling, it lets the players kind of dip into much more creativity and risk than I think they normally would.
Yeah, that's definitely true. So
yeah, I mean, you see how I overthink everything in every other campaign. Again, check that out on RPG Blender.
By the way.
yeah. So I guess we are going to be returning to this again.
So shocked.
So it's
Seeing this happening. Yeah.
You know, when we started this up, when we were first doing this, I asked the question of, should I be approaching this when I'm writing it as a one-shot or more of an ongoing thing? And the answer was, yeah, let's just do it as a one-shot and see how it goes. And that clearly did not happen. But hey, you know
Once
what?
we went to the library, I figured we weren't finishing tonight.
Oh.
Yeah. It was going to be so simple.
You made it through. Nothing.
Yeah, I assumed no pages.
No pages of my notes.
Just us.
Well, I mean, the good news, we learned stuff.
Did we? What did we learn?
Okay, so we learned that we have 48 hours. We learned that there's maybe Melinda's not so bad.
Mhm.
We learned about the power of friendship.
Mhm.
You haven't learned whether the librarian survived her desk being thrown against the wall.
I am very concerned about that.
We don't
Don't
even
bring it
know
up
her
again.
name. We don't even
Her
know
name
Miss J.
is Jan.
Yeah?
Janice J.
Janice Joplin?
Janice.
Janice Joplin?
Oh.
Janice Juplin.
Juplin.
Mrs. Juplin.
Mrs. Juplin.
Mm-hmm.
Bookkeeper
be.
Juplin.
Well, as we
Ooh.
move forward with this, I'm sure we're going to be doing this again soon. I might see if we can get together a more holiday-themed one shot for real this time
Not possible.
at
Not
some
gonna
point to slot in here. So we'll see what we can do there for the holidays. It seems like a fun thing to do, but don't worry, this is coming back. We'll nail down a time to continue with this. Does anybody have anything going on? Anything special?
I think just the usual schedule for me for the most part. I will say that I'm mulling over the idea of doing an end of year, an additional 12-hour Extra Life charity stream to do another big push before the year closes out. So we'll see. I'm going to plan that, hopefully.
Okay. What about you, Craig? Any big plans for Do and Die Gaming?
Well, I am in the process, with assistance of Noob Mama, getting my own Discord finalized. So
Yeah,
that'll be going live soon, if not end of the month, before the end of the year. Which people can stay tuned for and join that, and then get all the good goodies and play with Do and Die Gaming and friends and all sorts of stuff.
Ooh.
And I am actively updating now my YouTube channel, Do and Die Gaming, which is about to have the full series of Duck season up there, including the additional endings that we did not see, which I did on my own. So if you want to revisit the stream, which the video has been edited to streamline it a little more, because as much as we all enjoy watching me shoot ducks for about 2 hours, we sort of got the taste of that. But beyond that, there's more delightful discoveries from that game, and more stuff along the way. So feel free to check that out, gang. Yeah. That's about it for now.
All right, cool. Well, yep, obviously we're going to be continuing with this. If you're interested in learning more about running these systems or talking about it, you can head on over to my YouTube, where I am putting out currently a tutorial series on not just this version of the game, but also Kids on Bikes and Teens in Space, talking about settings, character creation, rules of the game, and such. So if it interests you, we'd like to learn how to run this game yourself, some of the mechanics that I don't really touch on, which I keep in my mind, head on over there, maybe check it out. Otherwise, going to be continuing here with with this. I am chained to this game now. Oh, hydrate, yes. That'll probably be a good thing. Okay. Any parting thoughts, then?
Really great job, chat. You guys definitely have brought this game into a whole new level.
Yeah.
That I can honestly say, even with our group's zaniness, would not come close to what you guys have provided.
It is very cool having them be part of it in this way.
I will say, once that tier 3 one gets unlocked, you may have more interactions possible. Just as a little thing. So anyway, just a little teaser there. Megiddo may have made the right decision putting some points to that. Anyway, anything else? Any other closing thoughts, Craig?
I was just gonna say that I think it's cool because though we're all obviously characters and George is the DM, sort of hosts the game, the chat is kind of a character too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean they're quasi DMs in their own right. Which is interesting, and though we may grunt and groan and and whatnot when we get a couple of loaded situations or things raised, I think I could speak for all of us when I say we're genuinely delighted when you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
are interacting,
Oh,
Mhm.
definitely.
and showing us that you're having fun because we're having fun. And we
Yeah,
like seeing
that's
you all
true.
have fun too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I certainly hope you're all having fun, you chat people. We're having fun with with what you're throwing at us, so hopefully you're enjoying us react to it. All right, so then I guess let's see. Laughed until you cried. That is a great Chatford Smith.
Chatfoot Smith.
Oh,
It's gotta have,
okay.
Yeah, that
it's gotta have
works.
walrus teeth and.
Yeah, an amalgamation of all the tags.
I'll do my best. Yeah,
Good luck. No pressure.
yeah thanks.
We'll need
Okay.
that by next stream.
So with that, who can we raid? Who is on? Anybody?
My buddy Never Living is streaming Phasmophobia. He's an absolute delight.
Okay.
Do it.
He raids me all the time, so yeah.
Do it.
Oh, yeah, I've got to remember.
Let me make sure he's still.
Oh, yeah,
Never
that he's
living.
actually still
Yeah.
doing it?
Yeah, yeah, he is. He's using a Ouija board right now.
Oh.
Do it. It's the perfect time to scare him.
That's true.
They with a bean sprout on top of their head. The bean. There you go.
Okay, let me make sure I'm getting that spelling right.
And your what are those things called that justice holds? The scales.
The scales of justice.
Because scales are definitely Naveen's thing now.
Yeah, right.
Everything must be in balance. All right. So, with that, thank you all for coming to hang out. And let's go check out how Never Living is doing. All right. Anyway, thank you again, and remember, it's gaming outside the Forgotten Realms.
Bye. Bye, everybody. Goodbye.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Turkey Day.
Yay!